Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our. This is the last event of the summer? Yeah, welcome to the last event of the summer, our Overwatch 3v3 Lockout Elimination Tournament. My name is Reno Dude. To my left, my lovely co host.
Hey, I'm Taeyon.
This Taeyon. So, we're going to be moving into the first game relatively soon here. What do you expect to see today? I know that my knowledge of this game is more about the 6v6 meta, all that stuff. I don't know if 3v3 really has a meta.
Well, the thing about 3v3s is that the way these heroes are designed in Overwatch, the smaller you make the matchups, the more powerful they become. So,
Because
I
they've
mean,
got.
literally anyone can work if you know how to play them and you're good at them.
So you
So,
think it's gonna be like DPSs and a support, tank DPS
yeah, I mean,
support?
if you wanted to label a meta, you would say maybe Roadhog with Soldier and Ana. That's really well rounded in defense, offense, and sustain. Maybe not with the new Roadhog. I don't know
Yeah,
if that would
that's.
still work.
Well, we'll have to see how that goes. So we could just toss it over to game one right now, and as things load up, looks like we're getting Necropolis this match. So on our left blue team, Auron, Kumo, and PB. On the opposite side, Wolftail, Bulby, and Mushu Beef. I know three of these people. I know that you know some of them from the Ruby and Onyx teams, right?
I know all these people.
All of them. I need to get on my name game.
It's a mix of like current players on our teams, alumni, faculty, everything.
So looking over to red team, Wolftail has gone Diva. So we've got Diva, Lucio, and Soldier. So they've got not they don't have great sustain, but at least they've got 2 lives of Diva. They've got great defense with her Matrix. And
I think they have great sustain, to be honest. They
Really?
got Lucio and Soldier.
well, yeah, okay, fair enough. I just looking at the blue side, I feel like between Ana and Soldier, they just got that battle locked up. And not to mention, Ana with her nade is going to be able to lock them down. So if they can get a good pick, Diva gets woken up immediately. Sounds like it was just a.
Both teams opting to structure their comps as a one offense, one support, one front line. And I think Orissa's Team Blue's comp might be a little
Lights out.
better in the long run.
Yeah, because eventually, like right now, what we're seeing is the tanks take damage, they get healed up, but as 3v3 lockout works, eventually they're going to have to start this point, and Diva just doesn't do as good of a job as holding down one point as well as
Enemy contact.
why can't I remember her name? Oh, it's Orisa.
Orisa.
Completely forgot her name for a solid
Yeah.
6 seconds there.
They're doing a great job of playing together, and they got to play with their diva here. That's super important. They're trying to look for an opening. Both of them have like stationary defenses, play styles. These two team comps, so they kind of gotta wait for someone else to make a mistake or
I
watch
think
for an important cooldown to be blown.
I think what will be kind of fun. Oh, there goes Bulby.
Lucio's taken
Lucio's
down
down.
by flanking Orisa. Diva slept, loses her mech.
All right, so it looks like this is pretty handily in blue team's favor. As soon as they were able to pick off their sustain hero, then there was just not a lot that they could do. Also, Vice.
Everything just crumbled for Team Red. They lost. They got picked by positioning, and they were losing in the cooldown trades. And Team Blue ended up getting their ults first.
Yeah, we saw that Matrix is not as up as often as that shield is. So,
No, full screen.
yeah, it's fine. Matrix isn't as up as often as that shield is, so it gives their soldier a lot more opportunity to build charge. But now we don't have to worry about their soldier. We see red team is running the same comp, and
Team Blue switches Soldier to a Mei, which actually isn't a bad choice. It's like neither of them are better or worse. It's just different playstyle.
no, we see
Just as
Mei,
much
Lucio,
sustain.
Roadhog. So all of these heroes, if they're left in a 1v1 for whatever reason, all have self-sustained. Lucio, the only one without killing power, but that's to be expected. He can speed boost to catch up to anyone that's caught off out of position, blah, blah, blah.
Honestly, if you ask me, I'd say Lucio on both teams can be cut in these formats.
Yeah, I think Lucio is more of a comfort pick for most people who play support.
No, I don't think Team Blue should be sieging here. They definitely. This is not a siege comp like their previous one is.
Yeah, this is a
It's
sit down and wait. Wait for them to come to them.
Not so much. I'd say they're an offensive comp. They have to get in there and force picks with Mei walls and Roadhog hooks. And they have the speed from Lucio too to do that. So whereas Team Red can just sit pretty all they want with the Reinhardt Soldier, they're the ones waiting for Team Blue to come to them.
Turn it up.
This is why we keep you around, to correct me when I think I'm being smart.
No way we're gonna lose.
Well,
Now,
the point's gonna open, so they have to make a move.
Ultimate is charging.
Once they get on that point, I think that this game swings incredibly in Blue Team's favor just because May exists.
It can, but Red also has their win conditions. If they can get themselves on the point right now, they can already establish themselves with Reinhardt Soldier and just hunker down right there.
Yeah, it just depends on who's going to make the first point here. And it looks like they're going to be moving at the same time. They're both just going to wait for that.
They're letting Team Blue get it, but Team Blue's a lot weaker.
Oh, and they just capped the point outright.
Yeah, they didn't jump, but no, they didn't react in time.
Yeah, so 3v3 lockout LM, one of the things that I hear, people were really fans of adding the capture point at the end. That way, otherwise games would just drag on forever, you'd get a draw, blah, blah, blah. One thing that I know is pretty controversial in the community right now is the speed at which you cap that objective with. And you saw that they were on that point, and in the time it took them to, they could have been at the edge of that platform and jump down. In the time it takes for them to fall to the ground, that point was already capped.
So they had to make a move. It's a great change. Now, Team Blue going for extremely mobile comp.
Yeah. Team Red has a very questionable comp.
They both got really mobile comps.
They've also only got one person on Red that can kill.
Yeah, this is going to take some really good coordination between Diva and Winston. But it looks like they just left Volby up to dry there.
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's got no way to follow this duo around. He's pretty much just left on his own.
They need to stay in the air here.
So there's Mercy, and I don't see... Well, Diva's existence already makes Forest life hell.
There's no way he can finish them off with the Mercy healing them up, unless he can snipe out the Mercy. That's his win condition here. He has to snipe Mercy out first.
I don't think there's a win condition here.
No. They needed more airtime, but
I think what they needed, if I can talk smack for a second, is to not just have that Lucio. I think that Volby, look, let's be real here. I know Volby. He doesn't play this game all too often. He's probably just picking Lucio just to be so like,
I've got you in my sights.
I mean,
a really good visor, especially once the Diva's back in the ground.
I can do this with my eyes closed.
broken. So is this so one thing that I don't know yet is, are these matches a best of 1 or a best of 3? Hey, Streamman, can you decide now?
I'd say you can make them a best of 3 overall.
Yeah. We don't have too
I
many
mean, depends
teams here.
how long you want to go for. We have like a
Thank you,
almost
Lifetime.
medium
We
bracket?
try our best to make sure that this production is as high quality as possible. Our casters, maybe not so much.
Hey, I'm great.
You are
great.
a great intellectual, and I am incredibly out of practice.
Me, an intellectual.
You. Okay, so we have a bunch of dead air.
If you want a loser's bracket, make it single elim.
No?
If you don't want, then yeah, make it.
Okay, yeah, all right, perfect. So best of 3, so we're just gonna run back into it then. That sounds good. Your coordinators? I'm a shoutcast coordinator. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm doing my job.
I'm
right
a
now.
player. Oh, true. Well, they're both playing.
They were both playing in that match.
Yeah.
So before you get all up their butt, I don't mind sounding
They know
crazy.
we're talking to production.
Yeah, if it means I can heckle you, then I do not mind sounding crazy. All right? I will go through hell and high water in order just to make your life a little more annoying.
But so, I liked the dynamic team comp choices we were seeing. The only one constant was the Lucios.
Was a Lucio on red team. No, 3v3 lockout is on several different maps. We were just at Necropolis.
Prepare for battle.
So there's Necropolis,
Select
the
your hero.
Black Woods or Black Forest, Dark Forest, whatever. This one. Wait, stop. Hold on, Brian's calling for a stop for some reason.
Angry reacts only.
This is not a 3v3 map.
It can be.
It can be, but it is not built for that. I think that's because you forgot to disable all of the maps.
But
Yeah.
it's not King of the Hill Helios. It's for this. They can just play on it.
Well,
Unless
tell them to
they're
go.
so thrown off.
Unless
just
they
just redo it.
as you can see, these players, once they are put out of their comfort zone, they don't know how to react.
Ah, one of the players is standing here.
Yes, we understand that this is the wrong map. Now play on it. Just play it out.
What's stopping you from playing on it, though?
Yeah, what is stopping you from... You should be able to... Actually, if anything, you've got more room to flex.
Welcome to the stream, Bamboo and Brains.
No. I say just reset the game. Just reset the game or whatever. Especially if they're going to initiate on an AFK like that.
Enemy eliminated.
I gotta say I don't respect that. But whatever. They do trade 1 for 1.
Restart the game. Escape.
Yeah.
Show love.
Seconds remaining.
Back to lobby.
Bamboo wants to know if he can play remotely. Bamboo, I don't think that that's going to be a possibility. We've already got...
Bracket's already done.
Yeah, bracket's already set and done, and teams are even here, so... Apologies, dude. So go
Prepare for battle.
to...
Select your hero.
This is still the wrong map. But they're going to play it. Just make them play it.
I don't see why it's the wrong map. They can just play it. It's still got the 3v3
Lockout
game mode
rules.
activated.
Does it still have the King of the Hill thing?
No, it's not King of the Hill. Who's gone? He gone. He gone.
I'll 1v3 them. Watch me. Bamboo says he'll 1v3. He'll 1v3 the buy.
Bruh, put me on the buy.
Hello.
Can't do what? You can't do what?
Press T. Go to. You're not in any channels. That's why, because you're a spectator. You have to restart it.
All right.
Sub me in, captain.
Okay,
Wolftail, that
so
one.
we are experiencing a slew of technical difficulties here. Emotions are rising high. Things are getting pretty heated back here in the caster room, and we have several individuals who are
No, we're
incredibly
chill.
confused.
We're chill. I'm chill.
No, yes, we are chill, but you gotta add that. You gotta add that zest of flavor. You know, you gotta treat it like a reality TV show and just make things way more dramatic than they
The
actually
drama should come from the players, not from production, though.
are. Watch me. Bet.
Bet.
What? You weren't supposed to actually call me out on that, alright? You were supposed to just move on. But now that you
I
have,
was
now I have to,
questioning you. I didn't know what you said.
now I have to actually think of a bet.
It would be in. Would it be here? It would be in gameplay, maybe. Put me in. Bamboo really wants to get in here. Maybe you guys can be the special bonus boss fight. For real though, let me play. We can't because we made the brackets. You should have showed up at the scheduled time.
We're adjusting it. Go to gameplay. Go to my dude. Go to gameplay. Mushu's computer is restarting apparently. Go to gameplay, my dude.
No, it's not there. You can't change it here. You have to leave it in game.
What is your problem with? What is the? Well, well, because to be fair with you, there's not a whole lot to talk about. What we saw there is the last thing that we saw was one team held on to a Lucio for 3 games in a row, and as much as hype as that makes me as a Lucio main, I gotta say that I don't respect it. I don't believe in it.
You didn't know you could play from San Diego. What makes you think you can play right now?
Tay,
What's up?
do the peace symbol of the eye thing. Do
I'm
your
not giving him that.
You're not-
That ain't for free.
your move. I'll give
That
you a
is-
nickel.
I'm not that cheap.
You wouldn't do it for a nickel?
I do it for a boba.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
No, I do it for a boba.
Do you just want to get boba after this?
I want someone to deliver it to me right here.
I will
and
not.
I'll do it on the
I
spot.
cannot. Yes, Lucio, man. Yeah, you know what, Bamboo? I'll let you know that I sit very comfortably in a mid elo where everyone still plays rather dumb, but there are the few that play
You're pretty
well.
monstrous with your boobs, though. I've seen you in the in the games I've been playing on stream.
Well, that-
Whenever we invite you, I see you play Lucio, and you just go, you tunnel vision just for the boobs, but you get them. So I'm like, oh,
Well,
there
yeah.
he goes.
Well, just because I'm good at boops doesn't mean I'm a good player. It just means that I see one thing and I'm like, let's go ham.
What
for
more
this
do you
dude.
need? What else does Lucio do, right?
He heals. He moves people past a choke.
that-
He goes in with the divers to keep them topped off.
That's ridiculous. Just go in and boop them.
The maps that are scroll up here. Okay. All right. Well, our 3v3 maps are. I know
Any
that.
map can work for 3v3 lockout.
Yeah, it just depends on the player comfort, but traditionally it's Eco Point Antarctica, the Black Forest or the Dark Forest, Castillo. I know that. What else is there? Necropolis. There's Necropolis. And I think that those are the 4 base 3v3 maps. That being said, I'm of the opinion that you can play a 3v3 lockout on any map since any King of the Hill map, considering that they are symmetrical. It's the same thing, just a larger,
You can
room
leave them
flex.
all on. They play on whatever map is given to them.
I say that, but apparently it's causing enough of a ruckus that I think that we should just leave it limited to the maps in the 3v3 slot. Right now, who do we have missing from red team?
Wolftail should be on red team there.
All right, so I think if I was reading chat correctly, his computer was resetting. So we're just going to... Oh, hey there, Wolftail in chat. How you doing? How's it going? Sick emote, bro. I dig it. I guess while we wait for this to go on, let's talk more about me.
Oh,
Sorry.
right, of course.
No. Actually, I wanted to talk more about you. You are an ex-Grandmaster player, and Are you still in Grandmaster?
I haven't played my placements this season.
You didn't play placements last season either.
It's been a dry spell for the scene right now.
Is that? It seems like things in competitive, and not just competitive, literally the game mode, but things in competitive esports, Overwatch, just in general. It seems like things have actually been kind of expanding.
Expanding, I'm not sure, but basically everyone's at an almost standstill as we wait for the Overwatch League.
Oh, okay. Do you still?
That is the biggest question mark right now.
Okay. Real talk.
Sometimes you want me to play for that person that's having issues. It's Wolftail that's having issues, and he's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just just computers resetting, so we're just logging them back in so that we can get on with the game. All right, you know what? I had a topic to talk about, completely forgot it, so instead of talking about it, let me talk about the fact that I have forgotten it. I'm sure it had something to do with Grandmasters and you being an amazing player, but I have genuinely it's just completely left my mind. I'm still just more focused on this right now. I'm on your side. I think that they should be playing on all of the maps because I think that would be much more interesting. But if it's gonna cause enough of a headache, then whatever.
I don't know what's happening over there.
Yeah,
But
neither do
I'm
I.
chill.
They've
I'm
left
just
they've
chill.
left us here with a good amount of dead air. It's a chill little. It's my first time in this room in like 3 months.
Have you been taking summer classes?
No, I took the summer off. Needed to kind of recollect myself and start working a bit more. Figure stuff out, blah blah blah. Kind of just take a break from school to. I had a rough semester, so gonna step away for a second. I think I'm I think I'm in a much better mental space now and like well prepared for the next semester. So
Good,
hopefully
'cause we
that'll go
got
well.
big things coming fall. So
Yeah, no, as I've heard, as I'm excited for. Like what?
hey, huh?
Like
oh,
what?
well, we
Like-
got new classes coming, and we got an esports production class.
Have you signed up for that yet?
I instantly signed up.
I have not. I've
the
not
moment
signed.
the moment Wits announced that, I phoned my advisor and
Do
said,
you-
"Hey,
do you,
put that in there."
do you think it's full yet? Because I still need to apply for classes.
I have no idea, but you should do it ASAP just in case, because that's an easy like buzz title of a class to
Yeah,
get people going.
That's
in.
true. Tay, what are your thoughts on Doomfist? Still seems OP to me.
He is very fluid and very fun, actually. I love his design, and it's very different from what you'd expect a hero in an FPS game to be like. He just gets in there and brawls. He doesn't really shoot, which is great. And I think he's like really good at diving in, which is kind of not what we need. We don't need more dive meta, but he is good at that, and he's more of a disruptor when he dives in rather than a damage dealer.
Okay, so between the dive meta of today and the tank meta that we had in the past, gun to your head, right?
Okay.
You've got to choose one.
Well, I like playing against tanks more than dive. That's the thing.
Because it feels like
However-
you can actually hit them.
Yeah, it felt like more strategical rather than just jump in there and bash heads. But I did not like playing against the tanks with more tanks, especially when I was forced to play Roadhog 24/7. That's not fun. Unless you love Roadhog, which I don't. But
I don't know. I feel like
that's kind of been the story of each Overwatch meta that's happened since the game started. Is it always ends up becoming a mirror comp versus a mirror matchup between the same comps.
well, yeah, because now we're even seeing dive compositions on defense.
Yeah, that because
On
you
the
have
bri-
to
on
keep
the
up
bright-
with the offensive.
On the
dive.
bright side, Torbjorn is slowly becoming meta.
Slowly, he's been a solid choice, I'd say. I've been playing him all year. Yes, he's map dependent, of course, obviously.
Yeah.
But
like on Hollywood Defense first point, with the turret in the back.
yeah, I've been only playing him there ever.
It's insane.
You play him there with a Symmetra, and if your team knows what they're doing, it's solid, completely solid. It does have openings and ways to beat it, but not a lot of teams can do that
it tends to force one of the dive to beat that. It tends to force one of the dive heroes off of that character. It tends to force Tracer or Genji off into switch to something like a Pharah to deal with a Torbjorn turret, and then all of a sudden the whole like dive composition is a little thrown out of whack.
It's always good if you can force the other team onto certain picks, because then if their players are not capable of that, they are, I guess, what you can say, handicapping themselves, or I don't know, but
I think to an extent.
But I've played against teams where I pick Pharah, and they are struggling to deal with me with like hit scan, like McCree. Like their DPS can only play McCree, he can't play Pharah. I'd take that matchup over Pharah versus Pharah any day. And it's like it's kind of crippling themselves by not being able to play Pharah to answer my Pharah.
I think
that's why it's always a good strat to force picks out of them.
And when you say their Pharah to answer your Pharah, that's not to say like they're going to be fighting you in midair or anything, but just that they're going to be pressuring your team while you pressure theirs.
You can do both, but typically, yes, you want to be dogfighting in the air. Because if they don't have any proper anti-air, I get free reign over the entire sky. If they did have a Pharah to answer me, then I would have to take out their Pharah first before I can get to their team, typically.
To both defend yourself and like your team down below.
And you're forcing their Pharah to be like, hey, all right, cool, you can play. You picked Pharah, but now you got to be good at dogfighting another Pharah, which I'm confident in. So I always love that matchup.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say here. And like, people always say like, oh, Overwatch is so rock paper scissors. It's like you play this, they play that. When you look at the grand scheme of things and how metas have played out over the months since the game has started, that hasn't been so much the case. It always looks like mirror versus mirror. When 4 tank became a thing, its best answer was 4 tank, and you just played it better than them. When before hero limits were a thing, when you played double, like, what was it, double Genji, double Tracer, double Winston, double Zen, you had to match that because it was just so strong and you had to keep up with them. And now currently, the metas are super dive centric.
It's
And-
Winston, Diva,
Yeah, and,
Zenyatta,
like, even if you're on
Lucio.
defense and you're against dive, you probably have to play dive just to keep up with them. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess some people like that. I personally don't. I'd rather, like,
It seems very 50-50 with people right now, just like who I've talked to and like what I've seen online. It seems half the community is like, yes, this is cool because it's like it's the same stuff every game, but at least now I'm not sitting down for 5 minutes before I can go in. And other people are saying that it's ridiculous because there's no actual like tactics to it.
well, there's tactics.
Well,
to
no,
every
the
stuff.
absolute. I'm just
Yeah.
overgeneralizing the statement of half the community is all. I personally am a fan of the dive meta. I don't think I think that it's overstayed its welcome, obviously, but I'm very much of the type that, because we were talking earlier, I play this very like tunnel. I play a low elo Lucio, right? Like I'm that kid that gets all starry-eyed when he sees DSP Stanky do something cool. So I want to do that, and I feel like in the dive meta, I can get away with that, and part of me is like the dive meta really rewards being bad at the game.
That's interesting because I guess sure. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because in the lower ranks, it's kind of just a mosh pit of fighting. That's what team fights are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that we've got two opinions here. We've got a very high elo, very good at the game, knows everything about it, everything that he should be doing,
Right.
versus someone who thinks that he knows those things.
You
So
flatter me.
on the professional level, they can look at and analyze a team comp and then they can match it or they don't based on that alone. Whereas in lower to like mid to low elo where I'm at, it's people picking comfort picks, and I play Lucio. That he fits in the dive meta very well. He can ferry his tanks around to get into the fight. At the same time, I'm not punished too harshly for going off and running on my own and trying to do those flashy things, because that's kind of what's going on. You've got your 3 DPS who are going out and doing their own thing, so they tend to win their own fights. They tend to be able to get out of those own fights. So as a support, you don't feel too pressured to really be following them everywhere. So things kind of split up, and that is I'm not saying that is an idea of like good Overwatch or that's like an example of good teamwork or gameplay, but it's what I enjoy doing because I'm very much, I love like team deathmatch style stuff. I was super into Call of Duty when it probably like 5 years ago. I stopped being into it as much. I don't think I've actually played a Call of Duty title in 3 years.
All of my COD experience was playing the Modern Warfare 2 campaign repeatedly on the Xbox.
My favorite COD campaign was actually Black Ops 1. That is to this day, I think that I'm sure if I played it today, I would not like it as much as when I played it, but as a fond memory, it is my favorite single player experience. That is a bold statement with things with a lot of recent games. Especially, I know that people, as soon as they remember like Breath of the Wild or other games like that, they're like, "How could you say that?" But I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so that's a lot of good single player experiences. I just have not played. I'm not a very single player centric guy. I mostly play. I've been on like PUBG a lot lately.
Me neither. I need to like be beating another person.
I
to
don't
make
think
the game
it's
fun.
It's not so much the idea of I'm better than someone. It's the idea of just like I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Like I like the social aspect of gaming.
I like that I'm better than someone.
Well,
but
no,
it's like
yeah,
it's
no,
all in the spirit of competition. It's never personal.
No, yeah, no, like that. No, don't get me wrong. That feels great. That's just not what I'm after first. Now, once I find a game I like, Overwatch, and then I start putting hours into it and blah 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 blah. Then I'm like, okay, now I want to be better than someone. So now I get to play with people and be better than them, and I enjoy the game all the way. Except for Doomfist.
Well, quick update. We got our third player back. Everyone's in the lobby right now. We're just waiting for production to resettle.
I'm gonna take a quick second here to take off my hat.
Your Counter Logic Gaming hat. Oh, they pressed start.
Entering
Press
the
start. Are we in it?
necropolis. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Are we in it?
We're in the game.
So, all of that said, now we can get back into Overwatch. They've only got a few seconds to actually pick their teams here. It looks like they're kind of stalling a bit. Blue team has...
Scrambling to pick their heroes. I don't know if Volby picked Diva, but he's got Diva.
I think that actually makes their team comp rather good. They can just very Doomfist to where he needs to be, get into position to catch a flanker. It's just that now that they've held up here, now they're going to have trouble getting Doomfist into the close quarters that he needs to be in.
I'm interested. I want to see this Doomfist as the main DPS actually get in there.
I don't know if he's going to have too much time with Diva being popped out
Breaking
of the
their
neck.
siege, or attempting to at least. Diva's lost their neck. They're getting pushed back by the siege comp.
Yeah, we see Aron Soldier coming down here. He's putting a lot of focus fire on the Doomfist. He's got to get out of the way so he doesn't get, you know, one punch man into oblivion. Volby is locked into a corner, but he managed to shoot his way out, scaring Aron off with the pistol there.
Yeah, misses the Helix rocket, so he has to fall back that phase.
They are down to...
again. He gets the Helix rocket this time.
Yeah, so now they've just got their Mercy, who unfortunately is going to bite the
Score.
dust.
Hello. 1.
So that
When
actually...
when your
Prepare for
aggressive team
battle.
gets pushed in by the
Select your
defensive
hero.
team,
Well, once they were able to pop Diva out of mech, then there wasn't a lot to really de-incentivize them from pushing in. The Doomfist punch was on cooldown. Yes, it's only a 4-second cooldown, but that's more than enough time to kill him in close quarters.
would you say they defend, but they also attack?
I hate you.
On to the next round.
One.
So it looks like Team Blue's sticking to their original strat, starting with that siege, now transitioning to the Roadhog May comp again.
Yeah, it's something that they can hold down, something they can get aggressive with. I think that this is going to be
Still
another...
a pick comp, I feel.
I don't know so much. There are obviously. I can't do it. I have to be argumentative for the sake of it. That's my spiel. But now we see Diva flying up there. She's gonna jump onto the Roadhog.
In their face, but she's gonna get frozen and go through the defense matrix. Volkill's desperately trying to heal her, but he can't.
Lucio does loop her off the roof there, so she landed safely in baby form. But looks like the camera's gonna get stuck here. We see Wolftail on this Mercy trying to keep his team healed up as best he can. He's doing a pretty good job, and Doomfist is in there doing as much work as he can. Gets hooked, but those nerfs are going to come through and save his life. Wow, did you see May drop his ice block to stop that punch?
Yeah, it's just a mosh pit right now.
It really, truly is.
May against the world, though.
Looks like Mushu is staying alive thanks to this Mercy.
He can pull it off if he plays smart. Diva got
Wow, that was insane. Seeing Mushu taking all that focus fire and Mercy just barely keeping him alive through it all.
I saw
Select
it.
your
That was
hero.
definitely winnable. It's just he had to be very careful with his cooldowns and positioning.
It was just the shields he was getting from firing his secondary fire, and the his primary fire. He doesn't actually have a secondary fire.
Who?
Doomfist.
His right click would be the charge up fist.
Yeah, and his primary fire is the
The little knuckle gun. I like the knuckle gun.
yeah, he clips his fingernails at people.
So new comps here. We got another siege comp coming from Team Red, but Team Blue's going.
Wow,
over
Wolftail is already down to none HP approximately.
I will
Okay,
not
took
waste
a rocket,
this
I believe. Oh, they gotta be careful.
went
playing
for the
it. Is there any
Enemy
Wow, got the boot, and looks like Farah is going to be raining. I don't want to say justice. It's too easy, but
Raining
that's exactly
heck
what.
from
Raining.
above?
There's a whole lot of heck.
Her heck rockets that look to take out the Zen here in order to do this.
Yeah.
It should be relatively easy. It's really a shot to the face. Like that, just one more.
Oh, barely missing it. Oh, but it looks like Kumo's going to
Mercy
come
takes
through and
him out.
finish it off with the pistol.
And all that's left is Reinhardt.
No point in having that shield up. No one's going to come to protect you. Bummer. All right, so that's
Score.
2-1. So it was just the pharmacy is just so difficult to deal with in a
Prepare
3v3.
for
If
battle.
you've got, as like we were
Select
talking
your
earlier,
hero.
you know, when you've got less people to quote unquote counter your playstyle, and pharmacy needing so much focus on it to take care of it in the first place, it tends to really wreck 3v3 games. And I think that, you know, the lockout is a blessed addition to this mode.
Yeah, basically their win condition was to take out the odd one out in the Roadhog of that comp. Like just rush him and kill him before Fair Mercy get to do anything. So now what are we looking at here? We got
Very dive comp.
dive comp versus dive.
Wow, and
dive
Winston is getting so much value off of this. He really needs to just get in there and finish him off.
They gotta get the Reaper to die or use his cooldown. Looks like he's gonna die. And
Looks like that's it. That's going to be the game there.
Enemy eliminated.
that was pretty good for it.
I
They
think-
just charged him.
Yeah, so I think what happened there was as soon as Red Team saw that they had Diva Winston, they wanted to back away. They weren't able to do so quickly enough, and they just put Auron in a position where he could get max Tesla cannon damage through their shields, through their... Yeah. Right there. He does get a little scared and backs away. I think that's mainly because of the Reaper, but all in all, I think it was a pretty safe bet that they had that last round lockdown. So that is the best of 3 there, right? That is...
So they overall win 2-0.
Cool. So we'll be moving on to our other match.
Solid strats coming out of the winning team. I actually did like their comps and the wide range of comps that they were able to pull out.
That's what you have to do in a 3v3. You have to be incredibly flexible. You have to know what heroes you're good at, because someone like me who won tricks, as soon as I win with Lucio, that's it. Gotta learn, gotta pick up a new trick. So it'll be interesting to see what our next teams do. I'm assuming it's gonna be a lot of the same. Not necessarily because it'll be copying or anything, but just because they were picking very strong compositions. Why wouldn't you do the same thing? Cool.
We had what, 2 more pairs of teams after this?
Yes, and then the team with the bye,
Which is us.
which is us. Gee, I wonder why they gave us a bye.
Yeah, because of your excellent Lucio booping
Oh, yes.
mechanics.
And definitely has nothing to do with your Grandmaster Genji. No, couldn't be.
Oh, why would they pick an unranked player like me and give him a bye?
That's...
Ridiculous.
I'm carrying this whole thing. You're right. It's all me. 100% speed boost all day.
Look, if you want to play Lucio in the 3v3, I will allow it.
I'm never putting on heal amp though.
That's fine. Go do your thing, because if we play Necropolis, you know where the pit is.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know where all the pits are in every
I
map.
know where all
I'm
pits.
sure you have it across your entire wall in your bedroom, and you just study and memorize each pit.
Just I have screenshots of every pit on the map with
Yes.
its coordinates and the angle and trajectory and speed of my opponent in order to boop. Did you know that the distance you are booped is not determined by Lucio's speed, but by your speed?
My goodness, this man he's got his boops on lockdown.
It's a fact. You want to know the hardest thing in the game to boop?
What's that?
Diva while she's firing.
Oh,
She doesn't
yeah.
move. She barely moves at all.
What about Bastion, sieged up?
Well, he's just is immune to most forms of crowd control at that point.
That's true. That's true.
So,
You know,
Which is dumb, by the way. Like, I genuinely do not like that.
I mean, he's hunkered down, literally sieged up. I wouldn't be
he's not
surprised if he had little hooks.
But he
hooking into
doesn't.
the
But
ground
he
there.
doesn't.
But he could. You don't know
No,
that.
no, he goes Optimus Prime and he transforms. He does not gain weight. He should not be any harder or easier
Alright.
to boop.
Alright.
Unless he's drilling into the ground. In which case, if he is, it should take a lot longer to transform.
What if I told you you're most likely better than Lucio? Better at Lucio than I am.
Well, that would just translate to
Lucio's-
me as you not playing him.
Well, I mean, come on. I'm trying to praise you a bit.
No, and I appreciate that. I do, but I think that...
Lucio's literally in my bottom 3 heroes, I think. And when I play people are always like, "Dude, you're Lucio, just exist." And I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do with my hands when I'm playing Lucio.
Okay.
I feel so uncomfortable with him.
So, all right, are you ready for me to do a bunch of like unwarranted bragging? All right,
Yes.
Here we go. So, I like to give my perspective honestly, and my perspective is that of a high platinum player. This is not the point in the game. This is the point in the game where people are starting to kind of like figure stuff out and get analytical, but they may not have the mechanical skills. They may not have the communication skills to actually get that across. So,
Pay attention to this Lucio lecture.
So as Lucio, one of the biggest problems in, pub competitive play is that is a lack of focus fire, right? You don't know to take out, people don't focus the support, or they don't focus the main DPS or whatever, right? So as Lucio, while it's easy to just exist, in the current state of the game, in a dive meta, right? If I try to sit on my team and just heal amp them through stuff, no, that's not gonna work, because they're gonna get blown up faster than I can heal them. Just
And the ring adds some skill to that, you could
Yeah.
say, because you have to actually pay attention.
so. In the current state of the dive meta, I find it much more efficient, at least, again, in my level of play, to, let's say I've got a Genji who's going to go off, he's going to go do his thing, right? Why would I stay with my team that's going to get blown up if we all sit together, you know, like caught in a grav or whatever? I'd rather go off with my Genji, make sure that he's well supported. You know, it's like the same logic as Zenyatta, right? You put the orb on Genji, he goes off and does his thing. You kind of be that orb. You vary
It's
him.
dynamic. It's more than just exist next
Yeah.
to your team.
So I like to ferry that guy off, and then he goes and does his thing. I give him a little bit of healing to keep him topped off. But if that's not the case, if I'm also aware that, let's say it's a situation where, like, oh my god, their Zen has ultimate, or like their Mercy has res or whatever, but no one is gonna go get to them, then I go, this is not an example of good play. I don't want to make an example
this
of, like,
actually.
this is not what
This thinking can apply to any hero in the game. It's just further thinking about how you can use your cooldowns. It's not just for Lucio, but
as Lucio in particular, right? Because when you are say Pharah, you want to be either flanking or near your team so that you can kind of like put pressure away from them. When you're Mercy, you want to be with your Pharah, or you want to be with your tank or whatever. But as Lucio, traditionally you're supposed to just exist near your team, whereas I like to speed boost, go around and flank, find their support, and put pressure on their support to either kill them. Oh, we're playing. We're not. We're playing the next game?
But when is our downtime? How long must I speak?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's what we assumed. Okay, cool. As I was saying.
If you want input from a DPS perspective, a DPS player on his input with flanking Lucios, there's nothing more annoying. There probably is, but this one's definitely up there in annoyances. When I'm Soldier, perched up on the perfect high ground spot, boop, and their random Lucio, nowhere near his team, works his way all the way around, makes a giant trip to my spot and pushes me off, and then leaves. That's all it takes, and
My favorite resource in gaming is tilt.
It's like it's not even a tragic a tragedy because
it takes
I
5
can
seconds
run
to get
back
back
up, but it's this slight inconvenience that he repeatedly does.
Yeah.
That is like, can you please just leave me be?
No, I'm the type
and
that
shoot at your team.
I'm the type that let me give you a perfect case scenario, right? Let's say Volskaya point 2, my team's attacking, right? You're a Soldier and you're up on the catwalk, up on your perfect, little spot. Your Mercy's down there hiding in the corner with a res, right? I'm the kind that will go around the map, go up the stairs. Okay, Soldier, I'll hit you a few times and boop you away. All right, now you're annoyed and you've got to go get back to where you were, and you got to find me, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go find your Mercy, and maybe I'll kill her, maybe I won't, but I'm just going to annoy her so that she has to move around, and then maybe she gets out of position in doing so, and then she gets shot, and then all of a sudden my team's like, whoa, wait, they don't have a Mercy. And then they go in.
You should keep doing that. That's a fun play. It's a funny play.
No,
style.
it's very fun. It's very funny, and it's not the most. It's not okay. Like again, I don't want to say like play like this, because doing this is also. You also run the risk of just getting caught and dying.
It's a high risk, high reward.
Which is my favorite way to play any game. It's except for PUBG. I play like a coward in PUBG.
I haven't touched PUBG yet, so.
I highly recommend it. But if you're not into battle royale games, then
That's the thing. Battle royale games aren't super for me.
well,
why,
like if that's the
really
case, then
liked
I really wouldn't touch it because that's all it is.
Yeah.
I also really just like diving in general. That's why I like the dive meta so much. Because when you've got the few people who are playing defense with a Mercy, then you could just completely disrupt that strategy. And also, it's really hype to just kill people as Lucio. I don't know why. It is the most satisfying way to kill people in this game. My favorite thing to do is dives and Yadas.
Yeah, Zen's just an easy target for anyone.
It's fun.
Super tempting to just go for him because he's just there.
And then he blows you up, and you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well.
Are we cutting to break anytime soon?
You know, I wouldn't bet on it. If I gotta be honest with
Why?
you, I wouldn't bet on it.
Can we cut to break?
I don't know. I believe that's based on production. In the meantime, though, look at this. Check this out. Check this out. You ready for this?
What?
Check this out.
Don't do it.
Check this
He's gonna do it.
Check it out.
My God. The absolute madman.
Y'all see that? Are we? So I think it's just right now. We're just waiting on the next team. Have you been playing any other games besides Overwatch?
Black Desert Online.
I have not played that yet. But
I was actually planning on streaming it at our school stream next Tuesday.
let's play Witstay.
Yeah, Let's Play Wits Tay. Catch that on this channel Tuesday evenings and Friday evenings.
What do we
next
get-
Tuesday I will be playing Black Desert Online on that, and, like answering questions and stuff, showing the gameplay.
So my friend gave me a quick review of Black Desert Online, and he said that he loves that game, but that it's an MMO that you pay for that plays like any other free MMO.
That's an interesting way to say it, and I think that is wrong.
I mean, obviously you love the game.
Well, that takes out like all. I'm not sure how to explain this, but like that just removes everything, all the positives and stuff.
Well, no, he's a fan of the game, but it's very much in the same. I
Here's
think
the thing: you're paying $5. I don't know how much we should go into this, but you're paying $5 for an entire game that has no loading screen, super giant open world map with the best graphics I've ever seen on any MMO to date.
I still think the Terra looks pretty good.
It looks better than Terra. Terra looks awful if you once you've played Black.
Well, I
Desert.
believe. Oh, I would believe that. You know what other game actually looks pretty okay?
What's up?
And this is coming from someone who hasn't played many MMOs, but I did touch Blade and Soul for like 10 minutes, and
Oof.
it looks okay.
Some of their character models look right dead center in like the uncanny valley.
Oh yeah, like the obligatory little ones. Yeah.
Sure. No, not even them. Like just normal. Like I've seen some weird character templates that just look alien-like.
But I think my friend was examining Black Desert Online the same way that I do Smash Brothers. I am.
Yo, he's looking at, like, here's the Black Desert iceberg. No, here's the tip of the Black Desert iceberg, and that's what he just said, the tip of the iceberg, and here's the rest of the game. He's like, oh, you're paying for an MMO that you can play other MMOs for free.
I think that is fine because it's his opinion. I'm the type that loves playing Smash Brothers, and that game is terrible.
What,
Smash
Smash?
Brothers is a terrible fighting game.
Which one?
Smash 4. It is
well,
awful.
I'm not part of that scene, so I don't know. My experience is childhood Melee, and Brawl.
Also a terrible game. I'm of the opinion that I think that Smash players are great. I think that the game, I think that the community is terrible. But I enjoy the game. I just think that Smash players are way too into themselves to understand that their game is inherently flawed. Any game I play, any game, Overwatch, PUBG, Smash Brothers, I always take a step back to kind of look at the game from an objective standpoint. And Melee and Smash 4 they're just broken.
Your objective is kill the other guy. Yeah.
No, Tay, you see, objective. You're stating this like a mission. I'm stating objective in the form of
You
like.
want a
how to
payload?
base my no, this is no. Tay,
Alright,
sweetie,
What's up?
this is not. You're getting these words mixed up. You're in a different world right now.
I'm just kind of waiting for our break.
I was waiting for you to say I need healing or something.
I need healing.
Tay has no opinions, but he's breeing.
Oh wow, we're already starting? Are we not switching casters?
No, because we're not playing right now. So you get to hang out here with me
Oh boy.
some more. Isn't that great? Isn't that just what you wanted? Isn't that just what you thought of when you woke up? I cannot wait to sit at this soulless black table with my great friend Jamal for just an hour straight and listen to him spout his opinion in my ear. Isn't that just what you wanted? Isn't this what you dreamed of last night?
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute your... No, I'm just kidding. So Tay has no opinion, but being sucked into a void. But he's being sucked into a void. Tay wins. Tay on the tip of the tip.
Entering the
no, no.
necropolis.
That's not easy.
Prepare for battle.
Well, here we are
Select
with
your
the
hero.
second.
I don't think that the
series.
map has been set to random choice. I think that the map is choosing this one over and over again.
Well, it's fine. We can play on Necropolis.
I do like
Change
this
it
map a
up
lot.
after.
I know where all the hoops are.
We got- yes, of course you do.
Cut the ankle.
Wow, looks like both teams are
One.
playing Torbjorn.
Fight.
Yo, we in it. So it looks like both Genjis, both Genjis seem to be having a little bit of a tough time, and
Enemy turret down!
Well, it looks like Team Red's specifically playing around their Torbjorn. So I can't help but think this was planned. I don't know.
Score.
Maybe
Goodbye,
there's a secret
Genji.
Torb strat,
0
but
to 1.
potentially this might be it.
not even gonna go dive down
Prepare
after.
for battle. Select your hero.
I gotta see if they do it again.
I don't think that I don't know how I feel about Torbjorn in a 3v3 scenario.
You just saw it win.
Boy,
You just saw it win.
boy, if you don't, it had a 50-50 chance of
Fight.
winning or winning. I do appreciate that someone is taking on Lucio. Oh, wow, Mao's getting real low and he's gonna get picked off with a
He
Zen.
had to play for cover a little
Last
bit.
hero standing.
They seem to be fighting.
D-Flight, listen to me, my dude. What? Boo.
0
Oh, that's fine.
to 2.
No, I would have
Was
played
it-
it out. I would have played it out.
I mean,
Prepare
maybe
for
there's a win
battle.
condition, but on the other
Select
hand, you
your
could save your
hero.
energy for the next round. Go for the reverse sweep here.
There's no win con there.
But
You
they
just
seem to
play.
be liking to fight at this area. But
Speed.
Team Red's comps are usually pulling out here because they're playing actual siege.
So looking at what Team Red has right now, they're going to sit inside their spawn and chill.
1.
Yeah, there we go. First person
Fight.
camera. That's what I like.
Match
That's the
point.
good juice.
Damage boost engaged.
Team Blue coming out here with the much more mobile comp, opting for a different route of attack instead. It seems like Team Red's not.
They're not hunkering down,
Yeah.
but they've got Symmetra
They're
Reinhardt.
going on the aggressive with the Symmetra.
Yo,
And that's
speed-
just as deadly, to be honest. You just get in there and hold left click.
They better speed boost in with that hammer and
Enemy
swing in
They managed to pick off the Symmetra. Now what do they do?
to get that hammer going, but they can't take. Soldier's just up here. Well,
Soldier's just using the high ground. I'd say
wow,
that was
Score.
D-Flight raining
1
heck upon
to
them
2.
from above.
just a bunch of heck.
Prepare
Yeah,
for
just
battle.
shooting 20 rounds of
Select
pure
your
heck.
hero.
25 rounds.
Concentrated heck.
Yep. And how V-Flight's flexing the, what you call it, the Doom Fist.
That's heck with 2 C's. Or heck with a K, sorry. Raining keck from above.
Only
3,
He's sticking to it,
one.
keeping the Doom Fist.
Fight.
I want to
Match
see it.
Point.
So, while we've got this, downtime in this little, poke battle, what's your opinion on the OTK that is Doomfist right click?
I think it's fair. It requires a good amount of setup and charge up to do.
Rising uppercut!
It's not that much different than getting pinned by Reinhardt. However, maybe I'm just not used to it yet, but I'm always taken off guard by how fast it zooms across me.
Yeah.
I always try to treat him like a bull, and I've got the red flag, and I like try to sidestep him, but he gets me still because he just goes that much.
And
faster
he's
than
got a
Reinhardt.
huge hitbox as well, and he throws it at you so quickly that I think that's. Oh, he gets stunned. Oh, okay, no, he's good. Already?
Good,
I thought it was like
good
4 o'clock.
reaction jumping down there.
All right, Diva's out of effect. She's gonna get taken. Oh no, she's not gonna get taken out. She managed to get out with a sliver. Doomfist comes in, takes out their Ana, and he's raining heck with his bullets there. There
Damn.
goes McCree, and wow, Doomfist is doing work.
V-Flight doing work in
He
both
gets
these
and,
rounds.
and he gets
I
the
told you
non.
they're gonna complete the they can complete the reverse.
He gets the non-Doomfist melee
This
kill.
is V-Flight was the Lucio on the very first round or the second round that jumped off. And I told you he was saving his energy to switch to DPS role here. And
I
he's
just-
now carrying Team Blue and gonna finish out this reverse sweep here.
I just wasn't aware that skill was like a physical, like an actual reservoir that you could pull from.
You're using your limbs and fingers and mind.
Is limit.
Match
And he's
point.
bringing out his secret weapon, the Green Ranger Genji.
Let's go.
But they paired it with an Orisa, which is interesting because Orisa's not dive, but let's see what they've got planned here. Maybe.
Well, she's not die, but what she does do is if V-Flight decides to go in, it splits their attention.
Push on.
Yeah. Oh, they're getting dangerously close to edges against the
He needs,
double.
he needs to. V-Flight really needs to pick up some trees.
They're currently split now. They're Reinhardt's alone. They should turn around and finish off the Reinhardt.
Oh, V-Flight's getting low. Reflex is gonna keep him alive for just a little bit while he runs back
Trying
into
his best to heal him, but his sound can only heal him so much.
Come on, Mao. Come on, you got this.
All teammates have been eliminated.
Mao, come on. Flex. Flex. Let's go. I know I'm not supposed to be biased as a caster, but come on. Allow me this. Nope.
It was a good try. I admired the effort. They almost completed the reverse sweep. But hey, maybe they can do the reverse sweep here in the best of 3 overall.
Play of the game.
We'll have to see.
I think their comp, it was just a little bit mismatched.
And this is when he was just ranked. Oh,
I was gonna give my input.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in these fights, Team Red didn't really play the cover that well.
Later.
Yes.
No emo? Come on.
What was I saying? What was I saying?
Oh,
yeah, their final team comp was just a little bit mismatched. I don't think Orisa helps out Genji so much. And there was just no consistent damage coming out of that team. Like, Orisa is not going to do much against the Reinhardt. And Genji's, unless you're just a god at landing the shuriken, Genji's not going to be doing consistent enough damage to get through the healing.
I think the idea is like what I was talking about was just trying to split their attention, but I don't think they played to that well enough, and I don't think that Lucio was the best pick for that line of action.
What I saw seeing them run out of the gate is that they should play around the pit and look for those boops and pulls on them.
Yeah.
They almost got one, but but almost isn't gonna cut it.
So I brought my own keyboard and mouse today. I went full try hard.
Yeah, I brought mine and my mouse pad, which
Now entering
is bigger
the
than
black
these
forest.
screens we're looking at.
Prepare for battle.
I've always I like the
Select
standard size
your
mouse
hero.
pads, like the 4x3. You know what I mean?
So you like playing on a piece of paper?
No, it's at 8.5 by 11.
You like playing on a sticky note?
That's a 2x2. I think.
Might as
Yo,
well
is
be
a
playing
sticky
on
note 2 inches by 2 inches?
Your safety is my primary
Okay, cool.
concern.
Yeah.
1. Fight.
Like your standard average like yellow note.
This is looking much more like an Orisa comp. It's very
Yeah.
very defensive.
Hunker
and
down,
speedy.
protect the turret.
Against the more aggressive Team Red comp here. They gotta look to see how they can break this.
Yeah.
Pharah, they can go in with Diva's Matrix, but also Pharah can try to take out the turret. And that'll open up their window to engage here.
But you know what they don't have that Team Blue does have? Is they have Mist.
Oh, you're right. Diva has pseudo-sustain, sort of, that she resets herself, and then Tracer has, you know, self-sustainability. But Pharah's gotta be careful. Pharah's already taken out.
Yeah, and Diva's out of mech. So, I mean, if she can live until she gets back in mech, then she's going to get that full HP.
They gotta be really careful fighting them in these corridors. That's not where they want to be fighting them. This team comp. Now, all that's left is baby Diva.
Not Necropolis.
I think she's got to get her mech back. That's her first thing here. Oh, she's
Oh no!
can't get him with the turret. She can't peek. She's gonna die to the turret.
Oh no!
Where does she go? Stuck between a hard.
Oh,
stuck between
no.
a team and a turret.
2 to 1.
That's a rock and a hard place if I've
It's a
ever.
team and a turret.
Team and a turret.
Prepare for battle.
Hit him with the old
Select your
TNT.
1-0 for
Wow.
Team Blue. Let's see what if Team Red's gonna switch it up. It looks like they want to. They're
Man,
covering Orisa.
that was actually heartbreaking.
I saw the effort.
You could see the panic in her motions.
All right, I don't know what Team Red's comp is, but I believe in them. I want to see what they could do with it.
I think this is
it
protect the
succeeds.
turret comp.
Yeah, Widow can hang back and look for these shots.
This is a golden gun Widow. I want to see the most work out of it. Ooh, dink.
They already got the Diva mech.
Oh,
Jump shot!
jump shot. Hits it. Get the
Hits
hit
his
mark.
shoulder. Good shoulder shot.
All right, that's Torbjorn taking out D.Va, so D-Flight is down. So now they've just got their on a Junkrat.
Team Red's got to be careful with all this chip damage. There's no way for that Orisa to work like that.
Ooh,
Gets the
that's a
headshot on the
good
Junkrat.
headshot.
Looking for the jump shot.
Oh, went for the
Just
flick.
Hits the Torbjorn to sweep. Now Anna's want to be winning a low Orisa.
Enemy
She
Takes
won
it
that
down.
pretty handily.
This actually is not implausible.
I say this every time, but I see the win condition. I mean, there's always a win. There's always a win condition in any of these scenarios, but it's gonna be hard.
I mean, the 1v, the Ana and the Ana Mercy, oh my gosh. The Ana Widowmaker 1v1 is a little tricky.
Finds the face. Love it.
Turret MVP of this game so far on both teams.
2-1.
They just keep forgetting about that turret being there.
Select your hero.
Well,
And
I
it's
mean, it
getting
was
them
the
right at the end as they turn around to run away.
opposite team this time, but yeah, but now neither team has to worry about, you know, Torbjorn turrets.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, no, yes, Turbibble is out of the pool for both teams now.
Or Turbobble is out of both comps?
Yeah, Toblerone is not allowed in the game anymore.
Rip, I was really
I will
enjoying seeing a lot of
protect the
Toblerone.
innocent.
2-1. Fight.
Now both teams decided to bring out the Pharah. What are you laughing at? They're starting.
I'm sorry. It was
Pharah going on the left flank. She flies up in a. Oh, she's
Wow.
opting to kill the Mercy first.
so only
is the right idea,
oh,
but-
loses the dogfight there.
Yeah,
So-
that tends to happen when it's Pharah alone versus Pharah and Mercy.
Yeah, the damage boosted rockets there, and Winston's gonna get topped off here by Mercy, and it looks like Junkrat's all by
Junkrat
himself.
alone. Oh, okay. Well,
Score.
that went down pretty quick.
2
I think
to
just
1.
the 3 heroes that Team Red chose
Prepare
just
for
synergized
battle.
a little bit, just a
Select
tiny
your
bit
hero.
better than what Team Blue chose.
I think what sealed it was that they had a pharmacy.
That too.
I think
I've been on both ends of the Pharah alone versus the Pharah Mercy matchup, and it's hard. You gotta clutch it as the lone Pharah.
as lone Pharah, you think, do I go for the Pharah that's trying to kill me, or do I go for the Mercy that's healing that, and how many times
It's
am I
weird
gonna
because
hit?
both are correct answers. It's just on you as a player to pull it off.
Yeah, which one do you think you can personally kill more efficiently?
There, we got double tank with the Zenyatta versus
Bastion.
Tank Buster himself, Bastion.
If they get caught out in the open, this is going to be
They-
insanely good.
They
for
need
blue
to,
team.
yeah, they need to just jump them before Bastion can get
Enemy
set up.
contact.
Actually, I think what a good. All right,
They
so
need to back off here.
so what blue team has done here is despicable. The point for this map spawns on that location.
I think it's great. If they're playing to win, this is exactly what they should be doing.
No, yes, it makes sense.
But that Bastion needs to be careful
Oh,
playing
he gets hooked, but he
outside of
breaks
cover.
it.
He needs to play his Reinhardt shield. Whenever Bastion siege up like this, Team Red needs to be careful and not stand in his line of fire for too long. They need to keep catching up to cover.
This is a very interesting little game.
Oh,
of cat
Zen,
and
get out of there.
mouse. Run, my dude.
High play for cover. They need to inch forward though. They can't be staying here. They need
Sorry.
to somehow get in the face of Bastion and take him out before he can siege up.
Enemy in my
If they
sight.
were picking up on the audio cue from Reinhardt, they know his shield was down. They could have gone in for a hook on the Bastion.
That's definitely a window.
30 seconds remaining.
Now they've got 30 seconds to make a move, or else this game just becomes Bastion.
Shield's down again. He can look for a hook right here.
Ooh, the grenade is
Tank.
going.
He blows the tank. There's a chance to get in there and brawl. This is not.
Goes for the rocket jump.
This is not a tank busting form right now.
This is
Fight
not.
this.
Bastion needs to go get set up on that point.
Go back to siege.
Oh,
Reinhardt take each other
Superman!
out. But he leaves his Bastion alone.
They took out the front line, and there was nothing Bastion could do on him by himself. Wow.
Team Blue had the idea there, but they strayed from that idea towards
He
the
took
end.
one for the team there. Did you see that?
Yeah. Like, they just had to stay sieged up and be patient, but they were getting antsy here and let this happen.
Yeah, and he actually he actually removed the value from Nano Boost as well. All right, awesome. So we're gonna get him in there. We're gonna get him in there.
Hey,
We're gonna do it.
hey, I'm expecting you to carry me.
Same. Okay, so that was it was a much more, I think, even game that we saw this time, and honestly, I think that they did still have the right idea there, you know, keeping Bastion on point. What happened was that their Reinhardt lost. You know, let's go back in the day.
He got hooked. I think that's where it all
No,
started.
Reinhardt didn't get hooked. Let's go back in the day to the tank meta, right? Where it was Reinhardt, Diva, and all that stuff, right? What typically would break that stalemate was the Reinhardt footsie battle.
Yeah, and also the hooks.
Yeah, and we just saw that, you know, blue team's Reinhardt lost the footsie battle, and it gave... Go ahead.
I love watching the Reinhardt versus Reinhardt matchup. This is why I loved the Reinhardt comps much more than the dive, when at least in a mirror setting, because it was like a game of chess. Every single move the Reinhardts did was so significant, and they had to play around each other's movements as well. It's like if this Reinhardt fire struck, he's got to sidestep it, and then he's got a few seconds to either charge, get
Or
a swing
fire
in,
strike
fire
himself.
strike back. It was really fun to watch and participate in.
Yeah,
When I
I
played
mean,
Reinhardt in solo queue.
there's so many things that go into it that even just putting up your shield is just the tip of the fight.
Yeah, yes,
It's just
yes.
just
Thank
the-
you,
just
thank
the
you,
Tip of the tip.
thank
New-
you for that phrase.
Congratulations, you've got a new meme.
I love memes.
You have so many now. You know, okay, just a bunch of Discord memes, bunch
Yeah.
of stream memes.
Hmm?
How do you cope with all this fame?
I don't.
Oh, does it keep
You-
you up at night?
Yes,
You haven't
it's a
slept.
blessing and a curse being the meme master.
He hasn't. I can confirm he hasn't slept in 3 days.
Help me. I never asked for this. This is my curse.
This is your.
This is my curse.
This is the curse of Taeon.
Yeah.
Is this what it takes to get Grandmaster? Dealing
it'll
with
get you
this?
somewhere.
It'll
I
get
don't know about Grandmaster, but it'll get you somewhere.
You're going places, not college, but places.
Yeah, I'm going places.
Curse client.
Curse client. No, we use Discord here.
Yeah,
sir.
we were using Curse for a little while when the club first
Little
started
while.
getting on its feet, and it was. I don't want to say garbage because that seems just so.
No, you wouldn't say that.
But it's very not as good as Discord.
It's preference.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's preference. I think it is objectively worse than Discord.
You can't say that on air. It's preference, and I prefer Discord.
Watch
But
me.
there's nothing wrong with Curse. How do I know
You, okay, oh, you know what I will give the Curse client though? Like if I have to give it a W somewhere, is the fact how it handles or the fact that it does handle raffles.
Raffles?
Yeah, on the
Never
Curse
thought about
client,
that.
you can do raffles and contests, and those are built into the client. Whereas if you want to do it on Discord, Discord did something cool, or not cool, but they did something that was very efficient. They said, "Oh man, people want a bunch of stuff. We'll let them make bots for it, instead of
Yeah.
making it
Oh,
ourselves."
yeah.
Yeah, because like the Curse client has raffles and stuff in it, but okay, I'll just go download the Me6 bot or something.
Yeah, like all the bots that people have been making for Discord.
A lot of them do absolutely nothing, and I love them. Like Airhorn Solutions.
Oh yeah, that's a favorite, a community favorite in our Discord.
Aren't y'all
Our
glad
school
that I showed it
Discord.
to you?
Yes, even my friends I invite to the Discord that aren't even enrolled at this school, they enjoy the air horn. Yeah, and you never know which air horn you're gonna get.
I
Thank you
think.
so much.
Huh?
Thank
No,
you so
my
much.
favorite is a distant muted clown nose.
Oh yeah, the distant one.
This is my
My
favorite.
goodness.
Or
Alright.
the MLG one.
Oh yeah, the typical montage air horn. Are we
D-
cutting to? Can we cut to a commercial?
Are we going to be cutting to a break here soon, or?
You guys can't just leave us all.
Yeah, you guys have given us no information. Come on now.
Help.
Help.
Break? Do we get break?
Yeah, can we cut to a break real quick? If I got to be completely honest on air, my mouth is dry, and my neck hurts.
Everyone's like mingling, but
I've got- yeah,
we're
I've
being
got
left
a-
on this desk here.
My back is acting up.
What?
He is a good-looking dude.
Thank you.
This is a
I
good-looking
know it.
man.
I don't need you to tell me that.
Watch me.
Oh.
The
So I can't wait to watch these two teams go at it. It'll be a good match, I think.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, a lot of we see kind of a meta developing, like Orisa being very strong here, but of course, Soldier is always going to be a mainstay. But Doomfist, I mean, it did come out, I believe, in the last game, or at least in the last series. You have any thoughts about how Doomfist is going to change 3v3?
Doomfist is interesting. He's a very volatile character, and I can see it almost being a hit or miss, where if he does really well, he can completely turn the tides of a battle, but if he isn't doing very well, it's the exact opposite, where he just becomes a liability for the team, especially in 3v3, where you only have 3 characters. It makes such a bigger impact of who you picked for your team.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely notice. I mean, he does have 250 health, so he's not the squishiest, but at the same time, it's like his kit, if you use everything for engage, then you lose everything for the disengage. So it's like, how many of the cards do you want to put down at one time? Are you going to go all in ahead of time, or are you going to kind of save it for, trying to bait out some of their abilities as well? But yeah, in terms of that, I think one thing actually people don't talk about as much with especially lockout, right? We have this game mode where if you win in that composition, then you can't use those heroes again. In terms of the healers, I feel like this is a really important part. So like, do you have any thoughts on just pairing healers with different kinds of team compositions?
Oh yeah, definitely. Some of the healers work better with certain tanks, so you can pair like Zen and Winston together really well. You can pair Ana and Ryan and any of the other tankier tanks that have shields like Orisa really, really well, where Mercy, you can almost kind of throw into anything and have her excel. Especially with like Pharah Mercy as a combination.
Right.
Lucio, I think in 3v3 is the one that lacks the most, simply because his healing output is nearly not as strong as everyone else's,
Right.
and you need it.
Yeah, and also there's so many times I feel like in 3v3 where one person will take a lot of damage and the rest of the team will move forward, but then the Lucio, but the person who stays behind is the one who needs healing. So
Yes.
how do you deal that healing from a distance? You can't with Lucio.
Yeah.
for
So it
sure.
becomes a thing where if you pair a Lucio, you want to pair it with another character that can kind of either heal themselves or manage it on their own. So like a Roadhog or a 76, things that can heal themselves and
Yeah.
manage alone, then it kind of works.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean 3v3. I don't know. Have you been playing a lot of the other arcade modes as well?
Not as much.
Gotcha.
They're interesting, but I haven't been playing Overwatch nearly as much. So
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think one of the big differences that 3v3 I think was always fun on the elimination, but then you saw the meta kind of stagnate because people would always go Roadhog, Ana, and Soldier,
Yeah.
right? You could run that every time, and so having the lockout really changes the game with that. I don't know for you guys and maybe we shouldn't give this away on stream. You can decide. You can not say if you don't want to, but do you prep kind of different compositions ahead of time? Because all you need is 3 compositions to win.
Surprisingly, no. We actually came into it unprepared. So we based everything off each other's pick. So I would just tell my team, play something that you're comfortable with, and we'll adjust. Since me and one of my other teammates we're both flex players, so
Yeah.
we can kind of adjust. So according to the third player, it's up to him. He chooses one
Okay.
hero, and then we can kind of adjust accordingly to it.
Gotcha. So you guys kind of have roles about what you want to fill, right, across the three people, and then you just mix and match.
Yes,
in terms of
exactly.
that.
Kind of, it's mix and match.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's kind of nice because it's not stagnant in the sense of there's nothing you can't really expect it. It's flexible in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. What would be your least favorite hero? Maybe we should start with most favorite. Let's start with that for your particular role. Yeah, no, I know you flex. I've seen you flex, and it's pretty impressive. But who is your favorite person to flex to?
Favorite person to flex to? It's definitely one of the DPS characters. It's between a couple of them. I would
Okay.
say it's like Pharah, McCree, and Tracer or Genji. I would put
Okay.
that as my Tracer. I'll
Nice.
give it the Tracer.
Okay.
Yeah, those would be my 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what tends to happen, and what I'm seeing is when Tracer players are excelling, they're able to farm their ultimate super fast, right? I think it's one of the, in terms of the energy you need, it might be one of the least amount over to be able to farm that ultimate, but it can really make or break that early game, right? So how much of a priority are you putting in being able to get to your ultimate versus just outplaying them with the normal abilities?
It's a pretty hefty amount, just because in 3v3 the fights are not long, so what's that build the fastest are super impactful. When especially with Tracer, the biggest thing is to, you know, when you run Tracer is making sure you don't running it into a composition that's against you, like what I did, which was I ran Tracer into Orisa, Torb, and 76.
Yep.
And like
That's tough.
and it's like, you know, you have to deal with the Torb turret, you have to deal with Orisa like grabbing you, and like play everyone playing behind the shield. And you can't get much damage down, and you can't build your ult. So you become more of a liability because you don't have the space to engage.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's so crazy because sometimes there's we were playing it earlier. I was playing it earlier in the tournament as well, and we were thinking about running a very kind of dive composition. But then we were thinking about doing a Doomfist, Winston, and a Lucio, right? Where the point was to get right into the face. But then we were thinking like, oh man, what if they bring a Pharah? Like they'd won the first one, and then I feel like Pharah was a very sensible second pick for the second round. So I mean, there's that metagame too that you got to play. So would you say any of the rounds that you had in the past series, where you picked a composition and then you saw their comp and you were like, oh man, this is not going to work?
So I'm going to refer right back to that Tracer comp.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we did. We actually ran with no healers. We ran Tracer, Diva, and Pharah.
Yeah.
We were, you know, in the sense the same sense of running dive with Winston, except we had no healers, so we expected to kill everyone faster than they could kill us.
Gotcha.
But they were running a perfect turtle comp, which we couldn't get through because, you know, the Torb turret is going to shoot us down, and like we can't create that space.
Yeah.
And we didn't dive, and that's what really broke us.
Gotcha. Very cool. Well, great timing. So we're about to head into the game. We got Team Ikuja versus Tarekja. Tarekja?
Tarekja.
Tarekja.
Arriving at Eco Point, Antarctica.
All right, guys. We're out here at Eco Point, Antarctica, the
Select
classic
your hero.
3v3 map that now they're doing tons of different game modes and stuff out here. But yeah, so on the blue side is going to be that, I forget the name, but on the red side, Tarekja. They're just combining their names. That's pretty low effort, I have to say.
I'd say so too. So we're gonna see Orisa, Anna, 76 on the blue side. We got a Reaper, Lucio, and a Zarya on red. So this is all about whether or not red can get in close enough to actually deal damage, and whether blue can successfully kite around properly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely want to see Tarekja get in the face, right? And this composition is about getting them into an uncomfortable position and then using those shields to build up the energy from Zarya as well. See them starting to work their way around. Yeah, but Orisa's shield's going to be pretty crucial here. Yeah, so she wasn't able to get the shield down onto the ground, and so she goes down. They're down to 2 people.
Kumu's in bad spot right now at 55, 24, and yep, Tae's just going to clean up right here with Aura. Oh, Aura's on the run?
Yeah, just trying to buy a little bit more time, just running around, getting his... You know, just getting warmed up. It's so cold out here. We're out in Antarctica, and did he even know to bring snowshoes? I don't know.
He wasn't quite prepared.
Have you actually worn snowshoes before?
Oh yeah, I've actually had snowshoes in the whole, what you call them?
They're like giant. They look like
Yeah,
tennis racket things,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
I know there's some new fancier looking one. I've actually never used snowshoes, but I imagine it'd be pretty hard to run in them. So I'd probably do a soldier did. It's like just bring your soldier boots to the fight.
Exactly. Yeah, you cannot run with those. So we're gonna see Kumo and TBJ then running that Orisa comp with Tae running her Mercy of the Winston to initiate. So these are the bigs. So KJ's gotta be really careful here. Might actually lose the fight. No, blue did not decide to finish off KJ. They might not have split off. Go on. He gets the kill. Can he finish off the Mercy? Now it's a big change. It's 2v1.
Yeah, not only the Pharah is left here, 30. Actually, yeah, that's going to be around 80% of the health there. The Hall could be enough to pull him in, not quite into the sight line here. But I mean, they got an Orisa and a soldier. Have healing and you have hit scan, so
yeah, this is not a favorable match for Tae at all. Pharaoh cannot win against Orisa in a 1v1 in general. So if you add a 76 on top of that, then it's almost almost impossible. I won't give it 100% just because it's Taeyeon and there's a chance he might pull it off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Taeyeon, of course, Hammers Esports.
30 seconds remaining.
And we're
Player
gonna see him go
out
after the 76 right here. He's at 12 HP. He might die just
1
here or so.
HP.
1 HP. Here comes. Oh, he got dragged in, and that's
Ooh.
it.
Nice halt into the cannon.
That
the
was
pulse cannon.
That was a very good play right
There you
there.
go. Look at that
Prepare for
sad
battle.
cannon. That
Select
gun.
your hero.
So sad. Feels sad, man. At least
Yeah.
it's gold, though.
At least it's gold.
At least it's gold. Could you imagine if it's like you'd actually put gold onto your weapons? It would look cool, but I just feel like it'd be so heavy.
Yeah, I would not. I would imagine people would just paint it gold colors.
One.
Like,
Fight.
It's kind of BM if it's like I'm killing you despite my heavy weapon. Like it's unnecessarily heavy, and yet I'm still dominating you. I guess that's the point. We see some dive composition. Winston's gonna jump in on the front. Could get hooked in as well though, but the wall is there to block out the damage. That main wall can sometimes backfire here when you're trying to get damage down into the target, and that's exactly what we saw here. But the hog is left from behind, so still kind of a standoff here for both teams.
this is actually gonna be a tough fight for Red. Ooh. Yeah, you know, it's still gonna be a tough fight for Red because who's running actually like almost perfect anti-dive comp with the main Roadhog. It's like perfect because like main freezes, Roadhog does nasty damage to tanks, and Red team is running 2 tanks for their dive, and KJ getting out from this weird 1v1 against Kumo's Ana. That is to get back in his back.
But we do hear the Blizzard coming out, so we're going to see, yeah, the Blizzard that is going to be taking down the Ana. So now it is only the Diva left here, KJHT.
Yeah.
Looking for only 30%, 38% on the ultimate. Can be very strong, but on this map there's so many items, things in the way to be able to block the sight line of the self-destruct. So, I mean, what's the Diva to do here?
Oh, he might actually get this pick on Kumo, which would be a big change. Despite Roadhog and Mei both being able to heal themselves, it might make a slight difference.
Yeah, Guma looking very strong with the grenades. Grenades and sleep darts together allow them to manipulate and really mitigate all of the damage from the dive. So, but now the control point is about to unlock here, so Diva's got to work her way around.
Oh, we got a nano boosted day, and this is it. KJ win a 1v1 against the nano boosted day.
Oh man.
1-2.
That would have been tough. Yeah, we definitely heard someone capping as well at the same time.
Select
But yeah, I mean, really good execution on using the Ana, really playing around that to be able to isolate the team. Actually, no, Mei's job is to isolate with the wall.
And that freeze.
Can we get?
Oh, man,
all right, everyone's
puns.
groaning. Everyone here is groaning.
I'm back in the fight.
I said I don't know what to say.
You can steal that. It's fine. It's not my. I mean, I'm licensing that out. That pun.
Interesting. So we're seeing almost the exact same comp on blue that red ran last round. This time red's gonna run the Doomfist right into 2 tanks, and Taeyeon should be able to do a lot of work here with his right click.
Damage output.
I don't think this is a good matchup for blue. Let's see how he does. If Tae goes down, it might change the fight completely. So that's big.
It's gonna be tough for him to work through this. That's gonna be 2 tanks against him. But now he's gonna be working his way down, and you can just see he cannot out damage the tank, health pool, and the healer at the same time. So they're just gonna go down to that. But now actually, the tables have kind of turned here. So they were originally on that double tank with the healer, but the Mercy goes down as well. So you're gonna be removing all the power they had from that. So now it's the mini Diva.
With the spray.
Yep.
2
Police
to 2.
Officer Diva.
Trying to enforce the peace,
Prepare
but
for
ends up
battle.
in pieces.
Select your hero.
Oh man. Oh,
Man.
interesting enough. PBJ, Kumo, and Aron are gonna run that exact same comp. While Taeyeon is gonna be on the Fair Mercy. This
Oh,
may
no.
not end up well.
2.
This is going to be pretty tough for this Diva.
Match
He's the only one that
point.
can, I mean, Battle Mercy?
Well, you know, who knows?
Damage boost the Diva?
Yeah, they're gonna have to deal with a flying comp.
Enemy routing power to forward
Might see the
shield.
monkey try to dive. I don't know what they're gonna die. They're diving on Monkey, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna go straight in the
Kuma's gonna go
face.
straight down.
Oh no! The Mercy goes down in the back, and now there's no more healing left. So both of these champions, these heroes, working on the limited health pool. So they're just gonna be going for it. They do have both have leaps, be able to get them in there, but it's gonna be tough.
Go down.
I will avenge.
Hey, Diva against all red team. Look at that wave. He already knows what's about to happen.
Giving that over to the Mercy, and that is going to be Tarakaja taking the first.
I'm surprised. Oh wait, no,
Match.
it appeared on the screen. I was gonna say I'm surprised you still remember the two names
Oh,
because
yeah.
I do not.
You just read through it very, you just look across the names really quickly. But this is going to be Ayukaja tearing it up on the Soldier. This is when they tied it up, the 1-1.
Yep. This was a good pick on their team.
Yeah. But again, it's best of 3, so they're going to be playing another best of 3 matches. Okay, so this is always confusing. It's like, you have the games, and the games are the series, and then the rounds, and the rounds are Anyways, they're gonna play at least one more of those things.
It's a
This-
3
of 3.
of 3 of 3.
That's right.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. We're 3-ception.
It's a 3x3. You know, now
3
we're
by
at
3.
in and out. We're gonna. Ooh. I actually
going right
like
into
this
it.
map a lot. Castillo. It's really
Traveling to
It's got
Morado.
this circular concept behind it with a
Prepare for
entire
battle.
side where you can
Select your hero.
So Pharah's really could potentially be potent in this map if you catch the enemy team off guard, and we're gonna see that actually from
Good
Taraka
call.
J.
Dude.
I'm picking it
It's
up.
like they can hear you. It's like you're sending your brainwaves.
It's good minds think alike.
That's right. You got the read on the meta exactly. So that's going to be Tarakaja bringing out the Pharmacy plus the Winston. Meanwhile, the Orisa, we've seen it be very strong in 3v3. You know, normally Orisa doesn't have a lot of power. Doesn't feel very strong in 6v6, but again with the shield, part of the reason is because you're doing so much damage to the front line. But already the fight's going to be starting out here.
That was an amazing sneak up by Kumo. Manages to help clean up on KJ8, but Aeon managed to capitalize on that dive from the Winston and kill the only healer on blue team. So now, well actually, technically Armor can heal. So as long as KJ and Armor play well together and play tight and around the shield, they actually have a fighting chance against Aeon and Reno.
Yeah, this is going to be the biotic field, their only hope here, and they're trying to reposition this Pharah with that halt. They're pulling them together to somewhere where they know, but they need to be playing together here, and we're not quite sure exactly where the Soldier is.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
now
it's looking to the middle.
Oh, no, the two of them are playing right each other, but they're currently not focusing well together. Oh, that's a good team right there. Ow, but he didn't know where the Pharaoh was.
That's right, he didn't have the sightline on that, so she just goes behind the shield. Not a full sphere. You're getting half of the value here by pulling the Orisa instead of the Winston.
That is true.
Prepare for battle.
So not a perfect shield, but good thought there. The execution just didn't fall through, but again, elimination, so now no more Pharah.
Yep. And we're gonna see a Reaper, Diva, and a Lucio from the red team. Tark J is gonna have to play getting very close and abusing Diva's right click as much as they
Now
can.
show
Eat up
them.
all those bullets from Blue's team's side.
Man, it's gonna be tough though. I mean, you're imagining they're gonna be Tarkaja is gonna be just jumping into the front line. So what do you do as an Orisa here? They're gonna be running at your face.
So here we're gonna see that exactly happen right now. It's jumping right onto this Orisa. It's almost three kills completed. Healed right back up.
Man.
Yeah.
That fortify did mitigate a lot of the damage. As soon as that went down, you saw the effect. As now Kumo is left out to dry, going to be taken out. Arion be the one last person standing, and they want to bring this to a quick 2-0 as they're chasing the Soldier.
He's just running for his life right now. Is he gonna get pooped off?
Is he just gonna?
Oh no, he just jumped off on his own. He knew where this game was going.
So I think the
2-0.
score is wrong there because they actually won the map. He killed himself before 3 people could kill him.
Yeah.
So
He should have a point on right up top. Well, 1 versus 2 instead of 0 versus 2.
unfortunately, the game of Overwatch not acknowledging the great. I mean, that was pretty great. That was a great feat. That might be play of the game.
Now this
I'm
is
back in the fight.
we're gonna see
1.
a Diva
Fight. Match point.
Zenyatta, which means Zen needs to be aggressive. Diva can do that job really well, and that damage is coming with them. mostly Zenyatta. But on the opposite, we have a Genji, and Genji loves jumping on.
Time to raise my
Let's go.
APM.
Yeah, I mean, you could run this one of two ways, and we do see the Genji running into the back line, has that Discord arc, so you could see both tanks going super hard with the Zenyatta kind of on the back line, dishing out the damage, but again, so that is what was bound to happen there. You send the two tanks forward, flanker goes and focuses down on the support.
Yep. Oh, but it worked out in the end because then managed to do enough damage to the Genji that the tanks were able to clean up after focusing down on Narissa and the Zarya. Because Zarya is going to have a hard time building up energy off of a Winston and a D.Va. They just don't do enough damage.
Man, I think it's Ikaja, right? Is that our blue team name? There's like, hey, we don't need a healer. We have an 1100 health pool between us two. So we're gonna just outlive you. That's what they did there.
It worked out. They played it smart.
Ooh, interesting here.
So
Zarya Reaper.
Yeah. I think it's gonna work just because of that. Exactly. That worked out exactly what I was hoping I would see. I would see a speed boost. And I was seeing some people right in somebody's face with the Zarya bubble. And that's like, what do you do? Like, what do you do?
I need healing. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. We do back into the corner, so this is actually a pretty good spot for him, but the Reaper does get behind there. Oh my goodness, and then Reyna gonna be slapped as well.
Ooh. Reyna, dude, might be able to win. Technically, Ana has the kit to be able to do a lot in a 1v1 situation. She can heal herself. She can have no sleep, and a nade is gonna have to try and make it through, but the Zarya Bobo is gonna come off, and nothing gonna do to do.
Man, are they gonna pull the C9 a la their League of Legends team? The reverse sweep, just setting it up, making it exciting, giving us more games here.
Yeah, it appears that way right now. So we got a 2-2. We're gonna see. Ooh, they're just figuring out. Is that Bastion gonna happen? Oh, I'm very curious if they're gonna run that Pharah. This is gonna be terrible for them if they run that. And they are. They're gonna commit.
Ooh, Pharah, Pharmacy plus Orisa. I don't know how I feel about this.
The Bastion is just gonna melt the Pharah. The Pharah doesn't realize fast enough that there is a Bastion. So this is a very big surprise thing. If Taeyeon gets set up, the Pharah just flies up and doesn't know. We're gonna see death.
Yeah, that healing beam is almost definitely going to have to stay onto that Pharah as well, but it's going to be actually a little bit of a different distance away, so even though the fire rate is very far, the spread is also just as big too. So it's not super big threat, but once they're working their way closer here, that is what it's going to be when it starts really hurting, as they're already midway towards them.
Yeah, it's all about hooking there, and all about breaking that right shield. Oh, no! That was rough, and this could be... Target base should have this in the bag. 3v2, they have a Vine shield. As long as that Ana does not go down, now Ana's low.
Yeah, that's the one challenge here, is they're moving around and trying to find the right angle. They need to either get into sentry mode, but and also avoid getting their healer getting taken down. So we'll see as they're moving up to the upper ground. He's in sentry mode now.
Ooh. And actually, if they play this... Oh, they managed to get away with it. Alright. I was gonna say, we have to play with mind that they're playing with a Mercy at 60%. If they play this slow, they might actually have a chance to resurrect Orisa. And
That's the damage you're talking about there.
Exactly that.
Cannot get out too far away from the cover, and they are on the. They're taking position on the point.
And that Pharah is purple right now with 2 bars getting healed up. But this is what I was talking about. They play smart. They're building Mercies more fast. And which is what they do.
Oh, but she goes down! She goes down right as she gets the res, so now it is only the fire, and that's going to be the tank configuration, and doesn't even need it because that's the fire strike going into the air, and that's going to be Tadakaja taking it 2-0.
Wow. They had it close.
Almost the reverse sweep.
Their Kumo did not die right then there and got the resurrect. They might have had a chance.
Yeah, that was like a split second right after healing. She actually went down with that ultimate as well. But again, I mean, if it's a consolation prize, Ayakaja able to get all the plays of the games.
Yeah. Oh, that monkey rage.
That's the part where you clip that and then GIF it, and then you put it on Discord and be like, yeah, we beat him. Yeah, for punch. So, man, pretty crazy. I mean, that last fight pretty much played out exactly as you were saying. The Pharah being a little bit too far above the ground.
Man, you just whip these out like
yeah, that one's new actually. The other ones I've said before. So okay. I don't know if this is good or bad. This is a bad thing. But yeah, that pretty much played out how you thought. What do you think could have been the change there that for the team composition to help them win that?
Oh, well, I probably wouldn't have. I mean, in that sense, if they're running the fair, they had to play it smart and play low against the shield with Orisa, which is what they were doing, but the Orisa got caught out. And so they had to play that game of hide and seek and where they can build Mercy's resurrect fast enough. If they were to go against Bastion again, it's pretty much you have to play a character that can break down Ryan's shield.
Yeah.
So Roadhog is surprisingly a good counter in that sense, where you run a Ryan and a Roadhog against the Bastion and the Ryan. You still have to play a game of hide and seek, but you have that chance of turning it around with the hook.
Right. Yeah, because that hook pulls him out of sentry mode too.
Exactly.
Puts him back into recon and vastly lowers his damage output. Yeah, actually, when he's in sentry mode and you're within that before the range starts falling off, he does like 500 DPS. Yeah. So even if you're Orion standing in front of him, you're not going to last more than a second and a half with the armor and everything. So yeah, but that's going to be Tarkaja taking the first, taking that 2-0. I mean, it was a lot closer than that stat line says. I mean, very easily could have been going to the third game as well. For you, who do you feel like was playing? Could you identify any MVPs as part of that?
I would say both Taeyeon played amazing, as well as Aron on the other side.
Yeah.
We saw that Reaper play where he just walked in with that Zarya bubble and just completely wrecked Tarkjay. They did not see that coming. They ran straight into him, and there was nothing you could do about it once that happened. On the other side, we saw Taeyeon do a solid job of playing his DPS. His team supported him. It wasn't just him, but his team definitely supported him, and they played really well together as a team.
Yeah, for sure. Heading out? Okay. Peace. But yeah, I mean, we saw, I think that kind of hinged around how well their team could play around the DPS.
Yes.
Right? We saw, I was asking, how do you think this Reaper Zarya is going to work kill? When you're building your composition where your DPS can be have a lot of synergy with that tank, that seems to be one of the big parts of this 3v3 meta, right? And how many of those combinations can you make given its elimination as well, you know, to get into the face? But I think, yeah, for you're going to run into situations where like maybe your team comp is optimal, but then maybe one pick on the other side completely throws it off, as we were talking earlier, and that's kind of what it seemed like was going on the last round there. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very
It's
cool.
it's you can kind of limit what your opponents are gonna play, and you can kind of force them down a path, especially when matches are so tight where it's a 2-2.
Right.
Because there's so many picks left, and you can kind of already guess what they're gonna be playing. Oh, it's a best of 5. Okay. Well, I'm taking off. I'm gonna be playing next, apparently. Thank you guys. See you in game, actually.
All right. Sounds good. So
Don't leave yet? Okay.
I think we're going to be going to a quick break, but so that you never see us actually stand up from this. Maybe we're not wearing pants. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not looking. So production's yelling at me for suggesting things. So but yeah, again, so I mean, the summer series out here in the fall, I believe there's a lot more events going on. That happen throughout the year, and if you guys haven't seen the space, I believe on the website you guys have a lot of good details about what's going on with the Urban Knights esports crew.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. They're just constantly growing. It's actually really awesome to see.
Yeah, so actually, I just remembered, not that someone just told me, that if you go to facebook.com/ArtU esports, you will be able to find all the events. That's how you'll see the full schedule as soon as it's published. And of course, we're going to be broadcasting all of them here on Twitch as well. But yeah, and then if you're also bored, if you're like, guys, I can't wait between each tournament, Wits and Taeyeon are also doing a lot of streams lately as well. So I think we'll be, have a lot of content coming out of the studio here. So it's pretty cool.
They're doing awesome jobs, and it was good casting with you, Mushu Beef.
Yeah, good casting as well. And yeah, I think we're going to be going to a break. So we will see you guys soon.
Break?
Mushu beef.
I
I
do.
call you beef.
All right, guys, we are back again for the grand finals here, Overwatch 3v3, here at ArtU Esports, the Urban Knights, the home of Urban Knights. Going to be here with V-Flight. How's it going?
I'm going good. Beef. I mean, it's a little sad for me because I really want to win against Eric and One Chow because they're like my closest friends, especially they're on the same esports team with me.
Yeah.
But sadly, we lost.
I'm not able to pull through, unfortunately, but you know, these things happen. These things can happen, man. It's esports, and you know, we're here for you. You know, we're all here for you. Esports is there, and it's real. Just go Google it. Not capital S, because yeah, just don't do that. No dashes, right? But it's a family, right? And speaking of families, we have Team Your Dad.
And your mom.
That's right, guys. This is the grand final. I mean, this is just gonna be epic. I've never seen, you know, two team names that were so destined to fight against each other. Think about the Yankees and the Red Sox. You think about the, I don't know what other rivalries there are. Yeah.
Actually, let me tell you something about the ArtU Esports team.
Yeah.
So Eric
Now
and
entering
Taeyeon are the
the
best
last
players
phase.
in the whole
Prepare
esports
for
team.
battle.
And the fact that they're
Select your
against each
heroes.
other, this is a match for the ArtU team to watch of the century, or at least the semester.
Oh man, it's getting hype.
Oh boy.
It's getting hype indeed. Eric,
Eric on the
give me a
Torp
whip
gun.
on the Torp, yeah.
Ooh. So he's taking the idea that's my team would use, but instead
One.
what is that instead of Lucio?
All right, guys, we have Team Your Dad coming out of the blue corner, and fighting out of the red corner is going to be none other than Yo Mom. Team Yo Mom.
Yo mom.
Yo Mom. Yo Mom.
Alright, we got Tay over here trying to be sneaky with his golden turret.
Time to raise my APM.
Game starts with KJ diving in on the turn.
Yeah, they're going to be taking down that turret right away, but there is a shield going to be blocking around that corner. We do see the Reaper coming down the right side. They're going to be almost booping off that Zenyatta Seppuku combat. Not going to be successful there.
Enemy turret ahead.
Alright, both teams are down one. It's an even 2v2 right now, but it looks like One Shot's going to get picked off pretty soon. Sound like, I don't know, 5 health.
Taeyeon ran out of ammo there, unfortunately, but has to get some more healing here. But unfortunately, only a mini diva there, so just going to be chilling for a little bit, trying to wait till the rest of the team starts to move in. But they're likely going to be putting down a turret, and it's going to be hard for them to push into that.
Is the battle of switches, but right now the advantage is on your mom's side because they have that turn up and it is level 2 if I think about it.
Got that turret, got the healer. But the diva fast approaching.
Last
Oh,
hero
take that.
standing.
Oh,
Turret ahead.
all right. Well, that's going to be the Zenyatta
30
going in for the kill
seconds
under that, and it's the
remaining.
control point's about to unlock. So what does she got to do here?
Victory. Just a
Diva getting low.
All systems check.
Oh, Max back in. Can he do it? Can he do it?
Now,
They're
enemy
going to be going right back in, but has to defense matrix and take it out at the same time. You can't do two jobs at one time, so just going to be trying to take down at least the turret and can't get that.
0-1.
Team Your Dad losing to Team Yo Mom. I mean,
Prepare
it's
for
kind of how
battle.
it goes at
Select
home too.
your
Mom
hero.
always wins,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Can't really argue against mom. If she's mad, no one's happy.
That's right.
Okay.
For sure.
So what happened there is that even though both teams lost one, the blue team, they lost their Diva mech and they lost their healer right off the bat, while the red team lost, well, only I think their shield. That's about it. Games.
Yeah, they're able to just layer on the protection. Oh, but the scatter shot going right out of the feet of Taeyeon. That's gonna be the Eric Taeyeon matchup that you were talking about. He goes down.
Enemy
Ooh.
eliminated.
I keep forgetting that. That's Eric is also a Hanzo main. No one really knows this, but he's a secret Hanzo main. He doesn't want to admit it.
Closet Hanzo main.
Closet Hanzo
No
main
one
right
ever
there.
wants to say that they're a Hanzo main. The best way they can say that is if they have that golden bow. I think could do it. Go ahead and demech that diva. And again, going down to a quick
Score.
2-0.
2-0.
Man.
The downfall right there was
Your
on
mom is
Eric.
taking a quick one.
Select your hero.
The downfall right there was Eric quickly taking a pick off of Tay. Quickly losing the DPS is what made him lose the match. Is what made the blue team lose the match right there.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at his coat. When you're gonna shoot a scatter shot at his feet, his coat catches everything. I mean, that long tail, and this is why it's like sometimes not worth it to try to look like Neo from the Matrix, because they already going to be going to the back line. Ana still staying alive because of that biotic grenade, and actually they're going to be able to return and kill there.
Ooh, one shot on the Genji, that is new, but that is expected from him. I've never seen him play Genji, and
1-2.
Yeah, so I mean, the adjustments there came out super aggressively. I mean, do you think that your dad is going to have to come out as aggressively at your mom to
I think you might have to call the police for domestic abuse here.
This is not a good. I don't know if this is a good idea to remove the team from it. It just not even trying, but this has become fast becoming R-rated. But anyways, so I mean, we're talking about aggressiveness, right? So your dad coming out here with the Winston and the pharmacy combo. Do you think this is what they need?
Ooh, your mom's clearly taking out. I mean, not your mom, sorry, Eric.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be the battle of the Tesla cannons here, and they're going to be going down very quickly, so already back to the 2-on-2, which means we're down to a best of 1.
Oh boy.
Very quick rounds here after the first. The first 2 were actually pretty drawn out, and the last 2, your dad taking it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's like, it's basically, they're making a dive comp out of 3 characters, while your mom is trying to like go for like a death ball kind of situation here, slowly take the kills, while they're trying to quickly take them out from the backline.
Yeah, I mean, it's about the crashing of the front lines together, right? And can you have, like, based on the distance, how much can they support each other, but at the same time, how much can they stay safe?
Oh, we got Eric on the jump right. He quickly dispatch that shield. Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah, Reinhardt walks into that trap there, but it doesn't even matter. Setting up with the Mei wall, they're going to get that charge kill right onto the Hog as well. And here comes the rest of your dad. And now it is only the Junkrat left. Yo Mom trying to go the hero place.
Oh, see that Mei freeze right there? She blocked all that splash damage from that concussion bomb, saving damage for her team. Your dad wins.
Your dad takes the first series here.
With a Hanzo played game. See, I told you, he is a closet Hanzo main.
Yeah,
you can
check
see it
this
right
out.
here.
Check out this scatter shot, guys. It's gonna be beautiful. Oh, man, look at that, right at the feet. Finishes off with the damage here. Does catch on the side, so Defense Matrix is not going to be able to save that Lucio there because the Diva has to be running away, and that's we were talking actually, I think pre-game about Lucio and how difficult it is to play around Lucio.
Lucio is a very difficult character to play around. A good Lucio would always stay with his team, especially with his recent buffs and debuffs.
Yeah.
A good Lucio would have to like jump around against walls, make it hard to hit, but at the same time, he doesn't deal enough healing for like when it comes to like Reaper just constantly shooting you in the face.
Yeah, man. I mean, you almost got to save the increasing the effectiveness of the E from Lucio for those moments, but sometimes it's a little bit too late. But yeah, it seems like they, you're talking about the buff and debuff. How do you think that changed the way Lucio is being played?
For Lucio's, before the changes, Lucio, you could always, there's about a 50-meter range for his healing and speed boost.
Yeah.
You can stay super far away from your team, you can go straight into the enemy and deal some damage while healing yourself at the same time, and your team all at once in that giant radius.
Yeah.
But the healing is not as great as it was back then. Well, the healing is better it was now than it was then.
It's almost like they're reeling it in. It's like they're bringing in the effectiveness, increasing it, but then you have to play a lot more smart in terms of that. But guys, we're going to be going right into the second series here.
And Castillo.
That's right.
We got Eric on the Zen this time, and Tay on Farah. Ooh, blue team's exploring the pharmacy today.
Yeah, that pharmacy landed that rocket onto the soldier there, almost getting chunked down, but then that orb of harmony is going to be healing him right back up. But we do have the engage already coming in. That's going to be Yo Dad jumping into the back line. He's going to be taking that Helix rocket right to the face there, but gets killed in return from the Pharah with 2 kills so far. Only the Winston left here for your mom.
I don't see anything good for Yo Mom right now. It's like there's a pharmacy against a monkey. That monkey's not gonna. The Winston's not gonna get anything off. Oh wait, maybe no.
Yeah, gonna be trying to drop down that orb, but only 58 health. Gets inside of that bubble, shoots that rocket.
0 to 1.
Clearing.
Gonna be Yo Dad taking the first
Prepare for
match.
battle.
My
Select your hero.
But yeah, now, so no more Farah for your mom. Wait, for your dad? Yeah.
Your dad.
Farah very strong on this map, and we kind of saw why all the sight lines, depending on you send that dive, the Winston, and it distracts everybody, and you just get to shoot rockets forever. But looks like we're gonna see Yo Mom gonna be taking that Farah as well. How do you think that's gonna work out? Farah and a Lucio here.
Afar Lucio, well, while the Lucio is good for pushing as well, he's like the dive hero with Zenyatta.
Teammate eliminated.
Yeah, for sure. But we are seeing here that it's interesting that on the side of the Reaper and Lucio that they lost their Lucio here, because you think they'd be able to stay together really well and kind of be brawly, but they weren't really coordinated.
Now here you see it's like a flip on the tables. Yep.
Score.
Your dad takes Farah and they win, and now your mom takes Farah and they win.
So whoever takes Farah wins.
Prepare for
Yeah,
battle.
whoever has the Farah
Select
wins.
your
I think we're done here.
Yeah,
All right.
it's like no more grand finale. Match's over. Just
Yeah,
draw.
I think,
1-1.
That's it. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But now no more Farah though. Elimination
Yeah.
3v3. And keeping it interesting here is that you have to have that different team composition to take you to the next, to get the wins each time. Look at that dude.
Show them.
So much of a man. Can you do a mustache like that?
No, I can't. Like if anything, I would probably grow a Wushu noodle stash right here.
Also equally as respectable. Maybe not with quite the same stature, but we do have the Orisa, McCree, and the Zenyatta on the side of Yo Mom. They're getting pushed in, very aggressive here on the side of Yo Dad, but they lose the Diva mech.
That changed this dive comp into a death ball comp now that the Diva's out from back.
Eliminated.
Yeah, that's right, but Diva's still,
Enemy
yeah, going to be taken kind of low here, but they're working off the limited health pool, 50% on that ulti charge, but that's going to be coming up pretty fast, especially if she can land the shots from her Bunny Blaster. So, if you're here on the side of Yo Mom, how do you even approach this? Because you have the Reaper, but then also the Diva about to get her mech back.
Well, you see here,
My ultimate is
if
charging.
your mom would go more aggressively towards the Diva, it'll only be the Reaper left.
Yeah.
Which will make it more of an easy kill because your mom has a healer while your dad doesn't, and now Diva has a mech, and so the fight may turn whatever right
Yeah,
now.
looks like they're trying to bait it out a little bit. Yeah, that was the opening they really needed. Yo Mom just not feeling confident enough to go and take down the dad for whatever reason. I'm not going to go there. It might be it's a family thing that happened. But
Probably.
again, okay, out of D-Mech again.
Again, it's like now all they need to do is take out one of them, and then it'll be easy pickings.
Oh!
Oh!
Channeling the high
Score.
noon was just the bait.
2 to 1.
The bait and switch, and that's going to
Prepare
be
for battle.
the Zenyatta coming
Select
out from
your
Yo Mom.
hero.
That's going to be balls to the face that takes down your dad.
Ah, who knew?
Yeah.
That your dad will die with balls to the face.
Yeah.
Golden balls to the face, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I really want the I think so I haven't done super well in ladder, but I want the points. And I'm gonna buy the Zenyatta golden weapon first, so, and then also use the Nutcracker skin to use golden nuts.
Destroying your nuts at them. Your
Yeah.
golden nuts at the enemy. So
Exactly.
great.
Just hit Taeyeon here, coming around the end, and that's gonna be the Discord orb amplifying that damage. He's gonna be working his way around the shield again. This Reinhardt is gonna be turned around.
Oh, it looks like this. Oh, quickly taken out by Eric. As I said, the closet Hanzo main comes out again with the pick, taking out the Tracer immediately, thus winning them this game. Unless Rendu can pull out some amazing clutch moves.
Yeah, they needed some more time there, but unfortunately the Reinhardt shield blocking out the damage from these orbs is now just fancy feet here. And
He emoted to death. Your mom wins this round. It is 1-1 at this moment.
yeah. Wow, look at that. I mean, you saw the
Play of
idea,
the game.
and it worked so well there, but Eric sitting in the back and maybe not even noticing that there was a Hanzo there, scatter arrow again, taking out Taeyeon for a second time. And finally, they were able to capitalize.
One
Yeah, it's pretty tough. But now, tied up in the series and back to a best of 3 here. So, again, trading blows, Yo Mom, your dad.
somebody's gonna call it a foster home because their children are going to be, well, they're gonna be left alone after both are dead.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be. Definitely not good for to have the kiddos around. But I think we'll be going into the next game soon. But before that, we're seeing a lot of course, a lot of variety as necessary because it's elimination 3v3. You seeing any heroes that are stronger than others right now in this meta?
In this meta right now, I see that Pharah is one of the strongest if you don't have an answer to her.
Yeah.
A good Pharah can easily take down all squishy characters, 200 health and below.
Yeah.
And right now, even though Doomfist came out and the new buffs for McCree and Zarya, it's still a dive, like, the majority is a dive meta still. There's no change to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and we have seen Doomfist come out as well for the 3v3s, but it's more of a team comp that you have to build around, and to know that you can stay coordinated.
Arriving at Eagle Point,
Unfortunately,
Antarctica.
Doomfist is a very
Prepare
tricky
for
thing
battle.
nowadays since he is still
Select
new.
your hero.
He is a hybrid of a dive character yet of a deathball character. He can play in the vanguard or he can play behind the enemy lines if he's sneaky enough.
Right, for sure. Yeah, and then being able to get the flank off and that one-hit kill is really important, and to be able to open it up. And we'll see if we can, if they decide to run with that here in the 3v3, but not doing this for this first round. It's going to be your dad on the blue side and Yo Mom on the red. Eric again with the Torbjorn.
But this time we have a Symmetra on your mom's side, and they're coming from behind, right below.
Yeah. Looking around here, we do see Yo Mom working their way around, and here comes the Symmetra here. So that D.Va, that defense matrix is not going to be able to help with anything of that. I believe it also passes through. Actually, do the orbs go through the defense matrix? I'm not sure on the interaction.
Shut down.
The Zen orbs and the Symmetra orbs, they don't go through defense matrix. They get eaten up like every other step.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're trying to go ham onto the rest of the team, but again, there's just such a good turtle composition here that Lucio goes down, but the Taeon is doing some work, able to go around the back and get the kill into Orisa. That's really pretty big. The shields are going to be down in terms of the Orisa shield.
Now that the Orisa is down, this will be another turtle kind of game where both teams have to take the point first or see who lasts the longest, about attrition or King of the Hill in a way.
Yeah, we'll see if Symmetra is able to keep charging on the ultimate, but they do decide to go in here on the dive. That's going to be D.Va going down, and Taeon drops on the back side of that as well.
Quickly taken out by Symmetra and the Torb. Tay has not been doing so well with his Reaper recently in these games.
Select your hero.
Yeah, I mean, despite having the D.Va in their face, you realize that the person they really needed to worry about was the Reaper, who's in the back and had a limited health pool. So, you're able to chunk him down.
Speaking of Taeon, he has chosen Mei for this fight. Team Your Dad is going Mei, Ryan, and Ana.
Got the Ryan on the Ryan.
Ooh, Ryan on Ryan after. Get that nice German hammer swinging around. Gets away. I can stop talking there before it gets to be more R-rated.
Hammers be flying out here. Oh, they was able to work that biotic grenade past that shield, so that's going to be Lucio, who's purple and able to heal up, but not able to capitalize on that, as we see Yo Dad getting aggressive, charging in.
Charging right into your mom. And oh boy, your mom has lost their Reinhardt. Oh, both Reinhardts are down now. It's battle of healers and Psycho Chinese woman.
Yeah, but she has that blaster, that snow cone maker. So we'll see how they decide to approach on this. I mean, you want to have the damage to be able to get in close and get down onto that onto the Mei, but one shot to the head could do a lot of damage here to these squishies, as they already get fire grenaded here.
Oh, Eric lands flat, but he missed most of the shots. Now it's the Lucio versus Mei. This is going to be an interesting match.
Oh man, it may be indeed, as they're going to be using the shield, using that wall to reposition here. But Lucio's got to watch out for the freeze.
Yes, because he gets stuck and frozen. It's going to be another teabag and pillow and ice in your face.
That's right. Only the top level play can land that combination, but that one definitely hurts. Not just in game, but IRL as well. One shadow here on your mom, trying to work around the center pillar here. So playing this quite well, and look at the boop off, trying to get him off the point, but gets frozen.
Oh no! He gets even more frozen and dies to the May Blizzard at the very end. Woo! Wow, what a clutch at the very last few seconds.
Select your hero.
That possibly could have turned bad for Taeyeon there on the Mei, deciding to almost at the end of the frozen. He was about to come unfrozen through the ultimate at him anyways, but then that damage over time was enough to be able to finish off that Lucio.
All right, let's see if we're right before Fleur has to fire is going to win.
Peak performance level.
Power.
Yeah, Taeyeon coming out on a Spara. You see, they're going to be booping down that Reinhardt, so it gets him dislodged from the rest of the team. So now they can go on the back line.
Base plays it here because you can see that Eric is Eric can easily take out Tay again. He's not careful.
Now Reinhardt has rejoined with the team, but again another concussive blast is going to dislodge the rest of the team. But the Reinhardt on side of your dad goes down, but now it's just Taeyeon left.
And Eric is the only one who can take him out. Oh, never mind. This is going to be
Some great movement there, using the concussive blast to reposition, and getting up close and personal with the McCree isn't always the best thing. But that flashbang was already down. That's what brought her down in the first place, and he wasn't able to finalize the kill there. So not looking quite good with the Reinhardt, but control point will unlock soon.
here is I don't really know what to say. Is it, like, I know the outcome of this if Blue is not careful.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to throw the fire strike. You see, throwing the fire strike opens him up to having the shield down, which means that one rocket, even that AoE, is going to be able to do enough damage to take him out.
Select your hero.
Oh, is that his Reinhardt going through the... Huh.
The blast was so concussive, and that the hammer is now lodged in the center there.
My god, how much CC does that concussion blast give off?
It's pretty good.
It's like your dad is
One. Fight.
Dang it.
Match
not able
point.
to handle the boom. Yomam working this lower left flank here. Well, your dad waits above as well, but we do see Eric getting chunked down, has to use their recall to heal up here, so he's going to be waiting a little bit. Probably not pushing in as aggressively, except for behind this Winston here, so they do find the rest of the team.
See right there, Blue do it over so that he can, so they can quickly take out Yomam's Winston.
Let's try that again.
Yeah, so again, having to use the recall, so that cooldown is going to be down for at least another 8 seconds. So your mom trying to find the right approach here. Both of these teams are quite mobile.
And your mom has to be very careful because if they lose this, they lose the tournament. It is 2-1 right now.
Oh, Renato getting away with a sliver of health. Getting past that defense matrix as well, and Winston's just going to be completely ignoring that Tracer here as they just have to work the rest of the team. Taeyeon and the side of your dad is able to stay together just better than your mom here.
Eric using his recall, which might be the most riskiest thing he can do right now.
Last heroes.
Yeah, just trying to heal up as much as possible with both the others down. Almost very close to that pulse bomb. It's going to get it here in a second, but only has 7 health. Going to be throwing it out. The bomb's going to go off, but it's not going to matter. Your dad taking the 3rd series here.
Your dad wins the tournament. He beats your mom into oblivion, and I'm going to stop here before it gets shut down by Twitch.
Alright. But actually, no, I think it's a best of 5 here, so we're going to have one more series. I love the double check with production, but until now, let's check out this beautiful play of the game by Eric. Finally getting dialed in there on that low sensitivity. That Peacemaker bringing peace and quiet by bringing death, first and foremost. So
I won't say he's going to bring quiet straight out in my opinion.
it's true. It's true. I mean, once you get the taste of honing noobs with your Peacemaker, it will never end.
It will never end. And every time you hit that great headshot right after the flashbang, it just feels so nice.
Yeah,
brings
absolutely.
more peace to you.
That's right.
Than the enemy.
That's right. It's not about the peace of people around you. It's about inner peace.
Yes. It brings the peace and the satisfaction that you just one-shot killed a psycho Chinese one with a freeze gun.
Yeah. Yeah. That combination, each of those alone would be dangerous, but together, yeah, be pretty bad.
brings balance to the world. Not only will we find the avatar, it will even be better.
That's right. That's right. Uh, we're like towing the line. I don't know. We might be completely over the line, but you know we haven't been cut yet. So
Yeah.
we're looking for that Kane to pull us off the side of the screen here. But gonna be loading up the next map soon. But I mean, we saw a lot of really close battles there. You could put Antarctica very, in my opinion, one of the probably the best 3v3 map in terms of being able to run a lot of different compositions. So do you think that we'll continue seeing this high level play? I mean, now this is this is your mom. Only one game more to beat your dad.
I thought your dad was the. I thought your dad.
Oh,
was
your dad
2-0.
won that last
Yeah.
one? Oh, okay, yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
Yeah. Currently, right now is 2-1. Your dad in the lead with your mom slowly behind.
So I mean, it seems again that last one was the most competitive back and forth that we've seen. What kind of do you think there's going to be any adjustments, or is it at this point you're going to go towards adjusting to change it up, or are you going to be going towards comfort at this point?
Let's see. I would say for your dad.
Entering the
Actually,
necropolis.
now that I think about it, both
Prepare
teams might
for
choose
battle.
for more comfort picks.
Select
Because
your hero.
if your mom loses this one, they lose the tournament. And if your dad loses this one, they're going to go for another round, which they don't want to do. No one wants to do another round. No one wants a tiebreaker.
Yeah. For sure, yeah. Now is the opportunity for them, but the pressure is definitely on your mom to be able to not, they have to fight it back here. But if they're able to pull this out, though, then the ball might be in the court of your dad. Who's able to drop it. So, getting off the side.
All
Quickly
teammates have
taken out by
been
two.
eliminated.
One concussive blast, blast 6 out. Blue Dude and Eric at the same time. Now it's all to one shot.
You can't heal your friends anymore. They're dead.
0
Decides
to 1.
that it's better to go. That was pretty Romeo and Juliet.
Prepare for battle. Select your
live
hero.
without you.
But yeah, deciding to go in with the rest of the team. They want to reset here. I think this is actually a glitch with the map because this happened earlier when it was following someone who falls off the edge. Yeah. Anyway, I have to file that bug report with Blizzard. But till then, good to see your dad bringing out the composition of the Diva, Tracer, and the Lucio as well. Versus a very safe composition. So, your mom, how do you put yourself in a position to win this? They're down one game here.
Just in time.
In order for them to win this, they would have to take out
Let's up the tempo.
one of the two from quickly dispatch one of the two of your dad. They have to either take out Renzo, Lucio, or Taeon with
He's trying to get around for that loop to try to get him to the center of that pit of despair, but that's going to be Eric going down, that Tracer able to find the mark. Tracking so good to Taeon.
that. Taeon is actually one of the players from the pro esports
Enemy
team in the Overwatch.
Winner.
So yeah, finalizing the kill there. So I mean,
Score.
that was the brawl. That was clearly a brawl
2-0.
comp. You saw everyone have such high mobility,
Prepare for
but
battle.
into a McCree,
Select your hero.
McCree, the Reinhardt, and the Lucio. I mean, that's going to be really, really tough to combat against when they're jumping on you. So, and there we go. Those are the adjustments from your mom.
Eric on the Tracer and Renzo is coming out with the Hanzo.
2, 1. Fight.
Or is it
Match
that
point.
random pick that he can pick fast enough before the game started?
Yeah, how fast? That's what we like to think, but maybe intentionally here, Reynolds trying to have a little bit of fun on that Hanzo. So, but for the meanwhile, we'll watch from the side of Yomam, who are trying to work their way over. Only two are above. This Lucio able to get some damage, but has to go up the stairs here while the Diva is starting to get low, and this is part of the disadvantage we're talking about with the Lucio. If you're not with the Lucio, then you're not going to be able to get the healing or those benefits.
Oh, he gets quickly headshot by the Hanzo. Renzo takes out one shadow.
Yeah, Yomam getting taken out, and that's where we were talking about earlier. Able to just be put into situations that are not ideal when having Lucio as the healer. So almost got to play around the healer himself instead of trying to look for flanks on your own. And unfortunately, they were split there as they try to approach.
1v1. I was going to say Blue Dude versus Reno Dude. Battle of the dudes, but never mind.
There you go, guys. Well, that is going to be your dad taking it all. But does
Play
anyone really
of the
win
game.
when your mom doesn't win?
No, no. If she's not happy, no one's happy.
Yeah, it's going to be almost definitely that double boop here. So I'm going to see that hide and they actually don't. They didn't know where the. Oh no, the BM.
Hello.
Slide back. But yeah, such a good. I mean, so coming out with the Pharah and then staying out of the sight and then getting up in that concussive blast. I'm really setting the tone for that last match. So. Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, let's give me congrats to your dad for taking it all here. The Summer Series Overwatch 3v3 action at ArtU Esports.
Welcome and goodbye. This is the. Oh right, you should follow our Twitch stream at Urban Knights Esports.
Yeah, if you guys are watching it right now, just go ahead and click up to. Actually, wait, hold on. Let's see this. It's gonna be up here. It's gonna be up this direction.
No, the follow
Right,
button's
the
on the
follow-
top right of the
Yeah,
screen,
I'm-
so it'll
oh,
be
yeah,
on our
you're right.
left.
Yeah, wait, here.
Like,
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this,
right.
this
Up
there's
there.
a follow button.
If that heart is not green, then just go ahead and click that up there. But yeah, I think we're gonna be doing a little bit of yeah, my finger's out of frame anyways. Doing a little bit of post game stuff, or are we wrapping up here? Yeah, so just wait for. We'll just go ahead and wait for production to give us the wrap up. But
Boy,
yeah, thanks
Who
for.
is on my computer? Get off my computer! And by the way, you should follow Urban Knights Esports on YouTube.
That's right.
Subscribe to us.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. In all seriousness, the studio here is so cool. You know, it's great to see the programs coming out with this. So you guys got to check it out. Make sure to follow, and we'll see you guys next time.